All right. Let me see something here. Give me 1 second. Let me go out. Let me go out this studio. Okay, cool. Oh boy. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just hold tight 1 second. Let me go ahead and do this. There we go. All right, so boom right there. All right, now let's do this. Let me go back over here. I don't know what the issue. I'm trying to correct something right now, so that's all it is. So just give me a second, you guys. I appreciate you all. And we'll get to it. So let me go ahead and pull this up right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's see what we got right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll pull this video up, right? So this is gonna be an interesting one, all right? So I just wanna make sure I have everything set to go. All right, so oh, I didn't know what that was. Okay. Yeah, it's a problem with that one right there. I don't know why, but respect to everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Welcome back. Forgot my banner. Forgive me. Brain is not functioning at full capacity. So, all right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get into this. So, I have a clip I want to pull up right now. The thing that I like to also take time to, tap in on at times is the abuse of power, right? So when people are in positions of authority, let's make sure we got everything over here straight. Okay. All right. Positions of authority. And when you abuse that position of power, right? What do you think usually is the reason? Now, a lot of this could be just how we will look at it, blatant racism, right? The typical. We can also go ahead and look at this from a perspective of some people just never should have been in that position in the first place. The reason why I want to show this video is because every day that we all leave out, every day, all of us step out the door, there's a chance that we can encounter an individual like the one I'm getting ready to show, right? All of us is possible we can come across that guy, right? So what I'm about to show is primarily the main reason why I personally don't mind me. I just got some new beard oil. It smells great too. Wow, it smells fabulous. I'm gonna have to get more of this. All right, so let's do it. We're gonna look up this guy who apparently we're dealing with like an officer who I don't know. It's like this dude is off the chain. So we're gonna see exactly what we got going on. If you're sliding through saying hello, much respect to you. Thank you. So abuse of power, how do you see it? You know what I honestly believe? I honestly do believe that there should be a much better vetting process when it comes to even getting the position in the first place. And that's just me. It should be a much, much better position. Let me know if you need me to sign off for you. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. All right. I'm gonna pull this video up. Oh, and it was a few people asking. I'm not used to people actually being concerned about my black ass. But I appreciate the folks that actually did reach out, today for my surgery. So what they did was back some time, just to let's break that down real quick. So before I even pull this up, let me just go ahead and break that down, right? So my doctor actually, sealed me up. It was a beautiful, beautiful. He sealed me up great. So this was in the earlier stages when I was still getting the hang of things, and the right side, my whole right side, just wasn't working. And I was trying to transfer myself from my wheelchair onto the bed, and I didn't put the brakes on. And when I tried to transfer with just my left hand, I fell smooth out. And my bed's pretty high up. Nigga. So anyway, so my bed's pretty high up. My floors, this is granite marble. There's no forgiveness. You drop anything on this floor, it's broke. This is not regular plastic. This is that real deal. And I bust my leg smooth open. I've always been the type, I heal extremely well. Like, my nickname, Wolverine in a sense, because I heal. Like, you know how many times this thumb has almost been lost? Like no bull. My hand, you know how many times, do you know how many times I've almost lost fingers and you can't see nothing? I always heal. But for some reason, this little small, it just wouldn't close. And it stayed like that for a year. So then come to find out, I had a slight infection. I had an infection that went all the way up to my thigh. So they had to drain my leg, right? So I had to go in there. So this is my second time doing that. I was there before. And so they sealed it up. I mean, they drained it, but it never closed. For some reason, this dime is about the size of a dime. This dime size hole, it's a hole, would not close up. I promise you, y'all have been seeing me walking around and everything. I'd have been on that mission. I haven't been able to because of that one thing. And that's been holding me back for so long. So finally, I go in there today. And so what they do is they went on ahead and they cut some skin off of me from somewhere else, somewhere on my leg. I haven't seen it because it's wrapped up. I'm not touching the bandages. So they went on ahead and they removed some skin. And then they went on ahead and flipped that skin over top of that and they sealed it back. So I got like some pretty wide open, painful areas right now. So it is very much so a very discomforting feeling. So just because I'm not barking and screaming don't mean that I'm enjoying myself right now. This is very painful. But the thing about it is, though, this will be temporary, and they say within about 6 weeks or so, I'll be up fully walking again. You guys will actually see me mobile walking around. I'll finally be fully back at my 6-foot height. I'll finally be back at 6 feet tall. So let's go ahead and get to the video now that we got past that part for, you know, the 1.5 people who cared. Let's do it. Because, yeah, I think it's a midget that cares about me out there somewhere. I'm not even supposed to say that word no more, am I? Let's pull this video up. Oops. There we go. So let me do this. Let me fix my style. Sorry about that one. Give me 1 second, y'all. Wow. There we go. Now let me go ahead. Purple is a royal color, but that's not my signature. My signature is my mother's turquoise. Shout out to my moms. All right, y'all. So we're going to look at this video. Yo, man, hold on. Now I got to fix this. There we go. You guys can see me okay? I know you don't want to, but, you know, I'm here, so what? All right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? Salute, Theo. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the Do Better podcast with Theo Coop. Much respect. It's always a pleasure to see you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and pin your comment just because you're somebody that I really rocks with. Let's look at this cop. And let's see what we got on this. So I ain't going front. Your man off the chain. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and do it.
Turn around, hands on the roof. Stop, or you will get tasered. It's on video, retard.
You're going to lose your bag.
I ain't going to lose. You're going to lose your freedom because you get to go to jail today, mother.
Do you have the temperament to be a police officer?
When I tell you to do something, you do it. End of story. Step out of the car. Turn around.
Now, I do remember getting yelled at like that because I had an air freshener tree in my car. So for those who aren't hip, I'm pretty sure everybody has like their areas where like the cops is real effed up. Out here in Maryland, like the Magician, the Wizard, PG is one of them spots. For the longest time, PG police, like, let me tell you how messed up they were. They had to pass a law that if it's a regular traffic stop, they got, I think, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. They have 15 minutes to write your ticket and send you on your way. Anything over 15 minutes, I'm talking about random, typical traffic stop. Ain't no they think you drunk or nothing like that. Just tail light type thing, right? Paperwork, everything in order. They got 15 minutes. Why? Because they were real cruddy. There are quite a few stories I know personally I remember they shot this one guy up, rest in peace to him, hit him 40 times in the back seat of the cruiser with a seatbelt on while handcuffed. I don't know what kind of threat Cuz was. What's up, Michi? Oh, you got Jeffrey? Oh, okay. Thank you for Jeffrey, Michi. All right. He brought me Jeffrey. So yeah, they hit him up real bad. So I mean, I definitely know, like, you can have some dirty cops out here, yo, like real dirty. So I'm looking at this to, of course, spread awareness, give you a little bit of entertainment, but at the same time, let's be educated on some things. And I do believe that the requirements should be a lot higher for medical field. Like, them people that do like nursing, it should be a much, much higher. It should be a higher standard, like requirement. And I damn sure believe that for law enforcement, it should be a whole lot more than just you got a valid driver's license and a high school diploma. I think we need to really tweak some stuff because of people like this right here. Let's go ahead and run that first little piece back and let the tape play. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 1:08 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you all for tuning in.
Hands on the hood! Hands on the roof! Sit!
Let's play that back.
Turn around, hands on the roof! Stop or you will get tasered! It's on video, retard!
You're gonna lose your bag.
I ain't gonna lose. You're gonna lose your freedom because you get to go to jail today.
You get to call people retards, though, for real? Damn. Okay. All right.
Hey, mother.
Do you have the temperament to be a police officer?
When I tell you to do something, you do it. End of story. Step out of the car. Turn around, hands on the hood. Hands on the roof. Sit down and shut the up.
Why do you
Now, I get when you have to maintain a position of authority. I get it, when you gotta kind of give a little push to get people to make sure that they respect you in your position of authority, right? But this dude just be cussing and screaming because I do believe he's possibly one of those folks that might have been bullied, might have been picked with. He could be somebody that, because it's, we got this saying in the streets where, like, what I remind you of that dude that, you know what I'm saying, boned your wife, or what I remind you of that guy that, beat you in that high school championship game and you never got over it. So it's like, I do believe it is a part of people. They do get into positions of power because they've never felt like they've ever had it before in any other area of their life. And what easier, instant way to finally put yourself in that position? What easier way? All you need is a driver's license and a high school diploma. And of course, we know, like, you can't have like no messed up history, things of that, you can't have that. But seriously though, that's wild. Let's keep going.
You think that throughout your career, you have continued to be accused of excessive force?
You will not get up without our permission. Man, I gotta sit the down.
In his 12 years on the job.
Hold on. He was stomping? I've seen that in gang fights. Oh, damn, that's right. The police is the largest gang in the country. My bad. I almost slipped my mind.
This Melvindale, Michigan police officer has been suspended, criminally charged, fired, and then brought back.
You heard that correct. But just in case you thought you didn't, one more again for the win.
This Melvindale, Michigan police officer has been suspended, criminally charged, fired, and then brought back.
The defendant used coarse language, threw a food bowl across a kitchen.
Do you think he understands de-escalation?
Oh, no, I don't.
So why is he still there? Lieutenant Matthew Furman says that the only reason there have been so many allegations against him is because he's, quote, proactive about stopping crime.
Why do you think that throughout your career you have continued to be accused of excessive force?
I think I'm very proactive, and I think I'm involved in a lot more scenes and incidents. If you are proactive and you're hardworking, you are going to get more complaints.
But these aren't just complaints coming from citizens.
Did you get the back steps? You did get the back steps, right? The back steps. No, the steps. Did you get the back steps? Okay, all right, just making sure. Okay. Yeah, just grab that, that'll be probably the last thing. Other than that, it looks great. I appreciate you.
These are, in some cases, complaints coming from other officers in your department, officers in other departments, your chief in some cases. That's not typical, is it?
I don't know.
He's currently under investigation by both the Michigan State.
So, this is what I want to know, right? Are we that low on numbers to fill the position with people who are actually qualified? Because I'm just trying to figure out, all right, so look, right? We all do know what it says on the side of a police car, right? Well, at least I know what it says over here. I don't know. Maybe other states it says something different. Here in the great state of Maryland, every police car on the side of it, it says protect and serve. Protect and serve. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's protecting his job by serving you an ass whooping and a hard time. I don't know. But every car I know says protect and serve. So that means that you're supposed to protect the community and you're supposed to be of servitude. You're supposed to service the community. That is your whole position, is to be of service, not to harass and throw your weight around. That's not the position. That's not why you got in that position. You don't get in that position and treat every citizen like they are the criminal. That's another thing I think is very difficult for police to balance, is knowing when to turn that off. Not everybody deserves to be yelled and screamed on when you come up to them. Everybody don't deserve to be called a retarded mother, MFer. Folks work hard. Oh, and let's not forget, it is a very real thing. Yes, taxpayer money provides them with bullets, provides them with the uniforms, provides them with free gas. That's right. Officers get a card and they can just go fill up their cruiser. They can't abuse it, but we even pay for the gas in their cars. Just to be spoken to and treated any kind of way. I think that's very disrespectful. And it's a spit on our name as far as American citizens and people who actually pay our way. It's folks that really do pay their way in life. Let's go.
Police and the Melvindale Police Department over a traffic stop that escalated to him tasing the driver.
It's under investigation at this time, and it will be continued to be investigated and thoroughly done.
Officer Furman maintains that he did absolutely nothing wrong. He says it's just another false claim.
Do you have the temperament to be a police officer?
I do.
A lot of people don't think so. Some people in your own department, in fact.
And I've had a lot of people tell me I'm a great police officer.
Before we get to the most recent incident, let's take a look at Officer Furman's history. In 2016, Furman pulled over a mother who was driving her two small children. The vehicle had no insurance, so he ordered the car towed. The woman claimed that instead of letting her wait for her ride to come pick her up, Furman instead dragged her out of the car and onto the ground and forced her onto the vehicle's hood right in front of her children as they watched. Officer Furman did get a 3-day suspension over that. However, that suspension was later overturned by the
3-day suspension? How you didn't get a 3-day ass whooping? Whatever, man. That's just me being, street justice type, right? But whatever. Let's keep going. I digress. My mic is muted. Thank you all for tuning in to Smitty's Corner. This is Logical Men's Talk, and the time right now is 1:16 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Respect to you all.
He ironically named Public Safety Commission. A few months later, Furman detained a robbery suspect who alleged that he, quote, slammed his head into a police car while he was handcuffed. But they didn't just have to take that guy's word for it. A lieutenant reported that he witnessed that, and he told the victim that he would, quote, not sweep that incident under the rug. Another officer who was there said under oath that Officer Furman went, quote, way over the line and split the man's head open. But Furman...
So again, when my mother, my best friends, you, myself, when we're out traveling, we don't never know when we're going to come across this a-hole, this doodoo head. We don't know. So again, like, why? This is my thing. Why is there so many complaints about, let's say, police brutality, mistreatment, how they handle people with, I guess, mental illnesses, head issues? The man didn't, he's not in the right state of mind, and you're treating them as if they're purposely being disrespectful. All of these aspects. Why hasn't the training changed? Like nationwide? Why is there not such a very much more, I guess you can say, tight, like a tight and restricted? Why not? What is it about what should be one of the most important? Because I want you to think about it. Being a surgeon is very important, but they don't carry bullets. Being a firefighter is very important. They don't carry bullets. You see? Being a teacher, we can go on and on with extremely important careers. But the one career where you actually, excuse me, is not just an important career, it can be in life, it could be a life altering career, as far as you could not make it home today because somebody was acting like that with a badge. There are folks who was just on their way somewhere to do something chill, didn't make it because they came across a doodoo head like that right there. Do you see what I'm saying? Thank you. Let's go.
Furman himself told 7 News Detroit that he did nothing wrong. He said that the 2 officers were mistaken.
Furman told us he didn't cause the injury at all. It was the people the man was stealing from. He said the 2 officers didn't see what they thought they saw.
They're both lying.
Okay, so let me just tell y'all right now. At any moment, if I choose to tell you you're not looking at me do a show right now in my man cave, believe me, your eyes are lying to you. You didn't see, you're not looking at me right now, and you're not listening to me talk. I'm not doing a show. So if you think you see me doing a show right now with a fish tank in the back, green glowing stars on the wall, and a stone fixture, you tripping. Ignore it all. You're not looking at what you think you're looking at. The nerve of some people is crazy. Just keep on going.
I'm not going to call them liars, but I'm going to say their perspective was probably off because they were halfway down the block.
The former Melvindale police chief, his former boss, said that he...
What'd he say? What?
Are you serious right now, bro?
Tried to rein Officer Furman in, and he ended up getting terminated as a result. In a 2017 lawsuit, that former chief said that Furman, quote, engaged in repeated incidents of police brutality, but that he was discouraged from actually holding him accountable because the city was making such a large amount of money from Officer Furman's repeated towing of citizens' vehicles.
Yo, I can tell you right now, I remember briefly, right? I remember here in the city, in DC, right? It was a big thing. It was right on New York Avenue. There was some cameras that was placed along New York Avenue, Washington, DC. And they racked up millions. And the cameras were set, I think, faulty. Yeah, they got caught for a whole scam of that. This was like some years ago. I mean, almost 10, 20, 15 something. It's a while back. Maybe like mid or late 2000s. I mean, mid 2000s, as far as like 2010, 9, 8, around there. So anyway, they had the camera set up to where if you go 5 miles over, you automatically get a ticket. The tickets was no less than like $100. You know how many cars they got? They racked up literally, I mean, a lot of money by the end of the year. What did they use the money for? Campaigns. It was what the mayor wanted to do for campaigning. Our last mayor. It was the light-skinned guy. It wasn't Barry, Marion Barry. Rest in peace to him, right? The iconic Marion Barry. No, before we got the mayor we got now, what is her name? I forgot. I'm a Maryland citizen, so Maryland, we don't, you know. But I remember that though. And they racked up so much money and they allowed it to go on for like quite some time. People were getting hit. I got hit. I was actually one of the people that got $150 ticket. And I knew I wasn't speeding because trust me, for the most part, especially like when you on street stuff, whatever, like street dudes, like we know, like don't speed on New York Avenue, bro. Them folks gonna pull you. They stay in the cut. They hide under the bridge. They hide in between little nooks and crannies, and they pull smooth out on you. They'll park at the gas station. They waiting for you to blow by. Everybody knows don't speed on New York Avenue. Traffic slows down on New York Avenue because everybody's so scared to go like 2-3 miles over the limit. Ain't nobody pushing nothing on New York Avenue, but yet they racked up so much money. Yo, them car in your neighborhood ticket, man, that's you talking about some money, man. That's very lucrative. And I don't mean in a good way. It does provide some sense of safety, I guess, because we all have kids. I do feel a little bit better knowing if my daughter's out in the neighborhood and we have cameras, just maybe you will slow down. So, I mean, you know, I recognize the benefit as well as the take from it, but let's keep on rocking out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I thank you all for tuning in once again. The time right now is 1:24 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's keep going. Oh, shit. My bad, y'all. Did I see messing up and wasn't nobody about to tell me. I was gonna sit there and stare at me not had a video up.
Responded to a disorderly conduct complaint. He was accused of throwing an intoxicated man down a flight of stairs. Furman, of course, denied those charges, and
So we got police brutality. He calls people tarted MFers, and now somebody's thrown down the flight of steps. Somehow or another, this guy is still a cop. Let's go.
Claimed.
Oh, and that's after being suspended and brought back.
That the man just fell on his own. But then Furman apparently took a plea deal where the assault charge was dismissed in exchange to him agreeing to the conviction of, quote, willful.
What? That was so, even with his track record, even with him having police misconduct, police brutality, all of that, then this incident pops up. A man is thrown down the steps and he's just able to go, and he's just able to go right back to work. He right back in Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, waiting for somebody to speed by so he can hit the berries and cherries. I think we can do better. Let's go.
Neglect of duty.
Our other top story at this hour, a Melvindale police sergeant pleading no contest to a charge of willful neglect of duty.
Sergeant Matthew Furman made the plea during an arraignment this afternoon.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give concerning this case will be the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
The defendant used coarse language, threw a food bowl across a kitchen, and acted in an unprofessional manner.
Set free on personal bond, he will be required to serve a year of probation.
Can you imagine being pulled over by the cop who's currently on probation? Can you imagine that? He asking you, is your license straight? Whole T, he on papers. For throwing a bowl across the room. I just like to highlight things like this at times because a lot of people don't. They overlook it. They don't think it's important enough to talk about until you're that person who gets stopped by him. Now you want to come home and tell everybody about your horrible day. Now let's talk about it now. Let's keep on spreading awareness about it. And hopefully something, maybe something will spark. And possibly something can be changed. And even if not, at least we know we stood for something. At least I know which side of the law I stand on. I know which side of the law I stand on, right? Do you? Let's keep going. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted.
Attend anger management classes, pay fines, and restitution. His formal sentencing date has not yet been set.
He was then fired. However, an arbitrator later overturned. Now Furman is telling the news media that he has now withdrawn that no contest plea to that conviction. 2 years later, Furman was part of a high-speed police chase. The suspect had stolen a vehicle, the police said, after striking an officer. Then after his vehicle crashed, he fled on foot before police officers eventually surrounded him. As officers from
let's pay very close attention to this.
Multiple agencies tried to subdue him, a Dearborn police officer's body cam caught Officer Furman repeatedly stomping on the man's leg. We actually see the officers warning each other that they're being recorded via body cam. Then
officers have to tell other officers, hey, chill, the camera's on. You yourself are supposed to be the camera because you're supposed to be the eyes and ears of the law. That's your fellow officers got to tell you, yo, chill. It's hello, live. We're live. And you just keep going. Let's see what happens.
And they stop.
Cameras all around, guys.
A deer.
Listen to that shit. And then it even shows how, see, he didn't say, stop. We don't do that to the citizens. Gang. Yo, chill. Them folks, man, them people's watching. That's the same shit we do, bro. Stop being so hot, bro. You don't see the camera? You know, that's the same thing criminals would say while pulling a move or getting ready to. Nah, hold on, bro. Them people's looking. This is a group of people who were assigned and hired to protect me, you, and our loved ones. Sad.
Dearborn officer then reported Furman's use of force to the Melvindale police. But Furman told 7 News Detroit that the man was resisting officers as they tried to handcuff him, so he used the stomps as a form of pain compliance. Furman did not receive.
So you heard that? So he was stomping the man out, and what is it called?
Officers as they tried to handcuff him, so he used the stomps as a form of pain compliance.
Pain compliance. Let's figure out what that is. What is pain compliance when it comes to law? Okay, so let's go ahead and find out briefly. Pain compliance refers to a technique used to gain control over a resisting individual by applying pain through physical pressure on specific points on the body, with the goal of forcing them to comply with commands by causing discomfort or pain that can be relieved by submitting to the desired action. That's what pain compliance is. So him stomping that man out, so him stomping on his legs, right? He on the ground, so him stomping on his legs is a method that police apparently use to keep your ass from running. So they stomp your legs. Always got to make sure you look up the information when they say certain terms and things, because as soon as he said that, pain compliance, I had to look that up. You're not just going to run stuff by me and I don't take time to look into it. It's still open. Just because it don't say it don't mean it's closed. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Sorry. See. Oh boy. Y'all keep me on my toes, boy. I swear, because won't nobody tell me this damn thing down.
Form of pain compliance. Furman did not receive any discipline for that. And remarkably, the town's mayor, who employs Furman as a police officer, has said on the record that Furman basically just can't control his anger, doesn't understand de-escalation, and that he's better sitting at a desk than out interacting with the public.
Do you think he understands de-escalation?
Oh, no, I don't. I feel like in the heat of the moment, he needs to learn how to like put aside anger and just do his job.
When we talked to her last month, she said Furman belongs at a desk rather than on the street, that at least one lieutenant in the department doesn't want to respond to calls with Furman, concerned that they'll end in trouble.
When you have other officers saying that they don't want to respond to calls with him, that can potentially cause a problem.
And Officer,
do you hear that? Can you imagine? Now, mind you, I've never, ever in my day, when your fellow officers hear you on the wave, 10-4, 10-4, 10-4, backup requested, intersection of Amison and 9th, intersection of Amison and 9th, request backup, and don't nobody show up because they know you want some other stuff. How was he even sitting at the desk? I'm gonna be honest with you. If he conducts himself like that on the streets, I don't even want him as a dispatch. He shouldn't even be answering 911 calls. Period. Just keep on going.
Furman's temper is the reason why he's now back in the spotlight. On July 20th, Furman stopped the vehicle driven by Drakkar Williams for driving around.
How was he still stopping anyone? He stopped the vehicle. Why hasn't he been stopped? He needs Furman. And this guy Furman needs to be stopped. Why hasn't Furman been stopped? Riddle me that, Batman.
Traffic barricades. Also in the vehicle was Williams's girlfriend and two small children, ages 2 and 5. Williams' driver's license was suspended.
How you pulling people over with a suspended license and kids in the car? I gotta hold on. Just give me a second. No, I can't think of nothing. I can't make sense of it. I tried. Let's keep on going.
The vehicle he was driving had no valid insurance, and when Furman asked him for his name, he provided a fake one.
You have a driver's license?
I don't. My mother actually just got in an accident.
Do you have a license?
It's at the house.
And it's true that Williams was told more than once to get out of the vehicle.
Go and step out of the car for me.
And why am I stepping
Because
out
you're
the car?
refusing to provide
I
information.
gave you my
I asked
name.
your middle name. That is relevant. You're refusing to provide it.
I'm
Step
cooperating.
out
I'm
of
not-
the vehicle
I'm not-
now.
I'm not- Yes.
Next thing is you get tasered.
Whoa.
Get out of the car.
Yeah, nah. That's trigger happy. You can see the look on Cuz's face. He even got the look like he just said, whoa. That looks like he's going, whoa. It's just no registration, bruh. Chill. Like what are we doing? Relax. Because the fact is, officer to citizen, citizen to officer, you're still dealing, it's still two people. That's still two men. Man respects man. Respect gets respect. It's a way you approach situations. It's the energy you bring. How you speak to people. All of these things are going to be the factors as to how you possibly can get cooperation. Now, you're going to have folks that you did everything, you checked off everything under the sun. I'm talking about as an officer, right? You checked off everything under the sun and you real deal was chill and respectful. I have seen those clips too. And I have seen clips where I'm like, nah, you was tripping, bro. That officer was cool as shit. Like those be the type of officers you would hope you get stopped by. You know, he was just chilling. That happens. But this right here, bruh, and it's kids in the car. You would think just for the simple fact, even if he was like you would think he would at least try some form of fashion. Like, look, come on. Hey, my man, those your kids, right? You a dad? Like this is me in that moment. If I was you a dad, right? You know, part of protecting our kids is also making sure that we protect their eyes as well. You don't want them seeing you get pulled out the car, or you don't want them to protect their ears. You don't want them to hear arguments. On that beautiful sunny day with them clouds in the sky and it looks like it's spring or summertime because the trees are full, allow these kids to have a beautiful day, regardless of whatever's about to happen. Even if we wound up arresting you, try your best to not allow them to be the victims of having to see certain instances, because you know what happens. What do you think is going to happen as they grow up? You think they're going to like police? Do you think that they will have a respect for authority? Or do you think, yes, 9 times out of 10, when they get older, they're probably going to be responding the same way because dad, uncle, whoever that is, stepdad, whoever is not showing a good example. You're not setting an example, bruh. You supposed to show them kids how a man operates and conducts himself during a moment of dispute and or disarray. Like right then and there, you're supposed to be an example, bruh. It's kids in the back, and if I'm not mistaken, it looked like car seats. They don't understand. They don't get it. All they know is voices are raised and weapons are being pulled out. They don't get the ins and outs of this dynamic and what's going on. They don't know the law. All they know is that they was riding in the car, probably listening to music, playing on a tablet. Now they got several officers around the car with weapons pulled out, and he's up here yelling and cussing at people looking like Sergeant Slaughter. On the officer's part, you know it's kids in that car. Even if that man, if you know, you being the officer, we will put more of the responsibility on you because you were trained for this. Remember what the lady said? Do you think he knows anything about de-escalation? What does she say? No. A sad dynamic, a very, very sad dynamic. But let's keep on going.
This is all standard stuff. Obviously, he needs a license, he needs insurance, and the officer's allowed to order him out of the car. The issue is what happened after he got out of the car. As this is going on, a second officer arrives at the scene. Furman ordered Williams to turn around, put his hands on the roof.
Turn around, hands on the roof.
Can you tell him to calm? Can you tell him? I'm not
I
doing
said
it.
hands on the roof. Stop, or you will get tasered. When I tell you to do something, you do it. End of story.
And at that
Now, it's no reason for them to be treating cuz like that. It's not over that now. You know what I'm saying? But yo, again, you knowing that you got them kids and the woman with you, bro, just I'm talking about for them. So she doesn't have to start getting her voice raised. So the kids don't have to start screaming and crying and getting anxiety. Bruh, just, yes, I'm going to say that word. Submit, chill, fall back, humble yourself. Do what these people asking. Do what they're asking. Just, this ain't going to be forever, bruh. Let this moment pass by smooth as possible. You already see he on one. You should know, you should know situational awareness as men. You should know how to read this circumstance. That man is on one. He was on one as soon as he pulled up. Don't give him reasons. He pulled up on, I wish a motherfucker would. He pulled up with that energy. Don't be that wish he did.
At that point, Furman's partner can be seen holding Williams's right hand and shoulder. Within seconds of ordering Williams to place his hands behind his back, Furman then suddenly uses his taser in drive stun mode and starts tasing Williams repeatedly.
Relax. I'm not.
Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Hands behind your back.
You do it.
Furman later claimed that
Am I tripping? Wasn't the other officer holding him? He was saying, put your hands behind your back. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Was his hands down? Let me look at it again. Because it looks like the officer right here, bow. Isn't he holding him? So he's holding him while he's saying, put your hands behind your back. Oh, okay. He got two more arms. I got you. My bad. I didn't see the other two inside his shirt.
Behind your back. You do it.
Furman later claimed that he continued to tase Williams because he believed that Williams tried to grab the taser.
Cooperate.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Cooperate.
What am I? I'm not doing nothing. You take up. Stop.
Stop.
I ain't seen this whole video. I am so curious. Did that man wake up and go to work the next day after this? Nah, dead ass. Did he wake up the next day and go to work?
Wait, nothing. Stop. You. What am I doing? You
stop moving.
After Williams was in custody, Furman turned his attention then to.
And you see how he swung? Bruh, if you're getting voltage put in you, your body will jerk and react. They'll probably mess around and try to use that against him and say he swung on an officer. OT, he is literally begging you. He's saying, could you stop? I am glad they got body cams now because I'm telling you, yo, it's a lot of stuff that used to go on and we was up Schitt's Creek in that courtroom. I'm so glad we have the access to have dash cams or even on our, on our devices, we can pull our phone out right then and there. Bow, right? I love that because it's a lot of instances that has gone on just like this that forever in a day went unchecked. It went unchecked. And it's a lot of good people out here who was just really, really misused and like treated wrong. And whole T, these people at times were either on their way from or on their way to work. Work, as in they're on their way to a facility to earn money to pay your bills. And this is how they get treated. This is how we get treated. And I'm talking about just people. But we can keep it right here on my own. Let's keep on going. But I really wonder, did he wake up the next day and go to work?
To his girlfriend, who he said posed a threat while she was seated in the vehicle and that she needed to be detained.
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! Step out of the car! Turn around, hands on the hood! Hands on the roof!
You see how he snatched her phone, just threw it down? Now, if her phone's damaged, who pays for that? Was that just collateral damage or something? Like he just took her phone and threw it. Who know? I mean, I don't know. We couldn't really see. It was real fast. I got Lee, girl. How are you sitting in that front seat? How do your feet touch the ground? Damn. Anyway, let me stay focused. Stay focused. I'm a neat freak. Things need to be clean around me. Anyway. Whew, damn, that's a hell of a lot of shit in front of the car. He took her phone and threw it. So if her phone's damaged, who pays for that? Let's keep on going. And then even down to, she's not swinging on you. She ain't doing nothing, right? Bruh, that's still a woman. It ain't nothing in you, even as an officer, even in the mode of your duty. You don't have them gears where you know how to, all right, ma'am, if you don't mind, come on, step out and out the car. Be a little more, yes, gentle, because that's what we're supposed to be, gentlemen. Gentlemen. I know we just say it fast and it rolls over, but the first word of that is gentle. And then you're a man. You didn't recognize that that's our counterpart as in a woman. And you just snatching her around and just dragging her around, bruh. You know damn well your strength, body mass, your force and everything. You don't know you could, pull an arm out of place or anything. You could hurt her. And for what? You already done tased cuz. So now look at what the kids are experiencing. Now, mind you, with all of this going on, there are children in the backseat of this car. The ones that we always wound up forgetting about somehow or another in society nowadays. The kids, the children, our future. Because once you're in yours, you know what our future is? Them, because they have to grow into them. Wow.
Step over here. Step over here. You're being detained right now.
I'm being detained. I'm trying to make somebody.
Sit down and shut the up.
But most likely he had just once again lost his temper, and the fact that she was recording him just sent him.
What? Lost his temper or his mind? Did he lose his temper or his rabbit ass mind? You let me know. Temper or his rabbit ass mind?
Over the edge. Seconds later, he can be heard arguing with Williams once again while Williams is handcuffed on the ground, and at one point calling him a retard.
And then you would get out of the car. And then you would put your hands around your back.
Get out the car.
It's on video, retard.
It is. You a retard?
Yeah.
That's one of those you just gotta bite your lip. You know what I'm saying? He's already humiliated in front of his children. And then in front of them kids, you call him a... There should be a much, much better vetting process. I've been thinking about how to look into that to kind of see if something can be lobbied or what have you. For real. I've really been looking into more things I can extend in. As far as whatever it is I may be able to do. I know for a fact, nope, I cannot change and or save the world. But you can get a law passed. Did you know that? You can get a bill signed. You can get an organization going. You can get a nonprofit off the ground. Heck, you can just even be just somebody who advocates. There's so many things that we can do. I'm talking about us. You know how we always get to thinking, oh, I'm just one person. What can I do? Shit. It's been one person that invented something that made everybody's lives easier. What if that one person said, I'm just one person. I don't know, It's not the headspace to have. It's not the headspace. You don't. You smell me now? But let's keep on going. And I thank you all for tuning in. This is Logical Man's Talk. The time right now is 1:51 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's keep on rocking out.
Furman then heads to his vehicle. He determines Williams' real name. Then, after reviewing his criminal history, Furman approaches Williams while he's handcuffed and sitting against a fire truck.
You got a revoked license, so you should have been behind the wheel. You got a ton of warrants, and now you got obstructing and resisting and everything else.
You gonna lose your badge.
I ain't gonna.
Now look. Okay, cuz wasn't legit. That ain't got shit to do with you talking to that man the way you was talking to him. That ain't got shit to do with you throwing him on the ground. That ain't got nothing to do with your buddy holding him up against the car while you asked for him to put his hands behind his back just so you can be trigger happy and tase him. That don't have nothing to do with how you grabbed my sister and just jerked her around like that. That has nothing to do with how you treated those kids. You know how you treated them? You disrespected their vision. You disrespected their ears. You've been cussing in front of them the whole time. I don't care what they mom and daddy and do. You don't add to that. You be the example because you have on a badge. You were actually hired to quote unquote be the example. Oh yeah, that's right. You forgot that part. You went through training so you can go around life and throw your weight around because you never was able to possibly do that back in high school and middle school and shit. Back in high school and middle school, you was the one sitting down on the curb with the bully standing over top of you like that, right? So now you sitting up here trying to go ahead and hurt people type dumb shit, right? And with that part right there, that's when I get to the point where I'm like, honestly, JP, please get this dude.
Because I hate you coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
You're gonna lose your freedom because you get to go to jail today, mother.
After Williams stands up, another officer sits him back down. Then, with Williams still in handcuffs, Furman grabs him by the back of the hair and pulled his head into the fire truck.
You will not get up without our permission.
Man, I gotta
sit the down.
I am.
You could have gave him whiplash. You could have hurt. Oh God, Lee, man. Oh gosh, man. Why they? Oh man. Hold on. I gotta get it off of here. I gotta help my brother.
Sitting down. No, you pulling my.
Okay, there we go. I had to get his mouth closed. I didn't know his mouth looked like that. Woo boy. Ah, this is a hot mess. Boiling mess. I got you, Brody. There we go. Let's get that lip back down. Shit. He could have. Like doing something like that, like you know how like if you get hit from behind, right, in a car, right? Like if a car hits your car, boom, and you, what's it called? Whiplash. You could have, and then you don't know what existing injuries that man possibly. You don't know what conditions, anything. Like me, for example, after my accident, even though I didn't have the neck brace on, I had it's in the back, right here at the top. It's something called a brachial plexus. It's kind of like a 4-point star-shaped bone-ish, right? And that has a lot to do with you being paralyzed or not. So, for example, say that was me during like the first, I don't know, 8 months or so after, while still healing. He has no clue of what I went through with my brachial plexus, just because, you know, I can, you know, at least move a little bit, right? But that's still healing because it's cracked. And then you make that movement like that, and all of a sudden my whole everything from neck down goes limp. Because you didn't know. Because you didn't know I got a pre-existing injury. Come on now. This is why it needs to be vetted better. Like, you should not be allowed to be a police officer. Yo, bro, I know positions where you don't carry a gun. They don't give you a gun and bullets and tasers and all these other weapons and a car with like endless gas in it and like blue and red lights that light up on the top. I've never seen a career, right, where you can get all of that and it doesn't vet better. I've actually seen careers that isn't even on that. Like, you don't get a gun and you go through a lot. Like metro bus drivers. Ask somebody who drives a metro bus or a train operator. Ask them how long it took for them to get that position. Ask them. Unless you're one yourself. I'm dead ass. A metro, here in the DMV, metro, bro, that shit can take you almost a year or two before them people call you back. But once you win, you in. Or once you win, you in there and you paid, you set for life. They make awesome money. But they don't carry guns. Matter of fact, they got to worry about people getting on the bus with guns. And they get vetted way tougher. I don't know, man. Let's just keep going.
Furman explained that Williams posed a risk when he stood up, making the force used appropriate. Though the video shows that while he stood up, he was set back down by the other officer. Rather, it just appears that once again, he's unable to control his temper.
Sit the down.
Throwing my head against a fire truck while I'm in handcuffs. I can't do nothing. I'm helpless.
My priority is doing whatever I have to do to go home.
I like that. My brother was cleaned up. I like that right there. There we go. He didn't come back doing the interview looking like that day. Much respect. That's what you do. Freshen yourself up. Stay looking nice.
That means somebody gets tasered. And somebody's getting tasered, but I'm going home to my family and my friends. That's my number one goal.
Yeah. My number one goal is to come out there, beat the dog shit out of you, and then go home and have lasagna with the kids. That's my number one goal. Beat the dog shit out of you and go play putt-putt later. My main goal is to beat the dog shit out of you, then go hit the bar with the fellow officers. Cigars. You know how we fist bump it up, tell you to hang tight, knowing you ain't going nowhere.
And that, coincidentally, is also the number one reason why he does not have the temperament to be a police officer, because he has his priorities mixed up. In my opinion, the number one reason that you have all these videos, all these incidents around the country is because you have this attitude in certain police officers that they don't care if they arrest an innocent person. They don't care if they harm an innocent person or shoot the wrong person or rape.
Nope, because it's something called the quota to fill. And there's also something called, I got to get my rocks off. Some people really do get a thrill out of the most horrific parts of life. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't even try to begin to understand it, because it's just something it's not my field. I'll leave that to the experts. I don't want to try to understand why you think something like that is cool or right, or how you can possibly justify it.
Paid the wrong house, or all of these things that they have done. This is a job to them, and their number one priority is their own safety. It's not their oath to any constitution, to any government, to the community. It's their own self-interest. And guys like this, when you challenge their authority, in their minds, you're challenging their own self-interest. You're challenging their family. Guys like this are not serving the public. They're not public servants. This is a job to them. You just comply or else. One thing I've seen over the years is
that is an absolute fact. Absolute fact. What it comes down to is people need to recognize exactly, honestly, you're not supposed to be moving just any kind of way. Nah, you're not. When you're somebody in certain positions, I'll give you a perfect example, like even pastors, right? Yo, you a pastor? You should be conducting yourself. I'm talking about on the podium, off the podium, you should be conducting yourself a certain way. You shouldn't be doing just anything, right? You shouldn't. So let's go ahead and get into this next video. This one right here is brought to you by Saint the Sinner. Shout out to him. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to him, if that's your type of content, so on and so forth, go over there, show the brother some support. I want to pull this one video up because I don't know, this one sister came up and she just blasted him for like being on white girls, being on the snow bunnies. I don't know. I mean, is it wrong that I say white girls? I'm just so used to saying that. Like, I don't really care. I don't. I mean, really. I mean, don't they say in the heartbeat, yeah, it was a black guy. You know what I'm saying? They say black. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say that shit like it was a Q at the end. So, I mean, is it wrong that I say, I mean, white girls? So, go ahead and do this. All right, people? Go ahead, pull this video up. This is, I don't know. It's just, and then I'm trying to figure, was she trolling? Because see, that's my main thing. Whenever I hear segments like this, my ear immediately goes into, are you trolling? You gone? You drive safe, Tor. All right, love. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much again. I'll see you Monday. Okay. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see something here. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let me pull this video up. This is something else. So there we go. And let me do this. All right, y'all. My bad for the slight delay. I just wanted to make sure I had this. So yeah, it's these commercials. I apologize. Give me 1 second. It's almost there. 3, 2, 1. Boom. There we go. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So let's listen to this. So apparently this is like a nice little heated discussion because apparently this sister is coming up here to call him out on some David Cooley stuff. You be on the white girls. And I don't know. It's a trippy way in which she kind of, I guess, defends her blackness. Let's listen to this very, very odd exchange. But before we do, very briefly, we have to take a very, very brief, quick message from our sponsors. Little Men Need Love Too.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Down. Hold up, don't hurt him now. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
All right. That was brought to you by Little Men Need Love Too. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go.
Hey there. Did we see you yesterday?
Yes, you did.
Do you recall yesterday we said that we use cameras on this side of things?
I don't want my black features criticized or to be put down by you, but I will say that you're very quick to give white women automatic credit. I know, like.
You serious?
A lot of black men tend to do this on YouTube. I think that it is a scam that y'all keep attacking and demeaning black women. There are nice black women. There are beautiful black women of your race that come from black men. Black men produce black women.
I'm just going to mute you real quick, not to stop you, but I'm saying, may I ask you a question, madam?
Go ahead.
You said that you don't want to have your black features degraded. Were you on the video call when I said that black women are my preference?
No, I was not.
Okay, so there's one place that you're wrong. You see, you came in with incomplete information and you made assumptions. That's number one. Then number two, were you on the video call when I said that not only do I have black women as my preference, I appreciate real black women who actually look like black women, which is to say that you are natural. You have not painted your face to make your face lighter than it's supposed to be. I'm against skin lightening. And I also don't like when black women perm their hair out. I like when they wear their hair natural as it grows out of.
I'm going to say this real quick to that. As a brother who also loves his sisters, I mean, deeply, absolutely just scrumptious and just you all are magnificent specimens of God's creation. Weave, as long as you do at times show what your natural hair is, what's wrong with you switching your style up? I can get past that. Makeup, as long as you're not like putting on 2,000 layers, and you literally have a paint scraper in the bathroom to use in your face at night to get it off, then I don't have no problem with you doing some touches up. One thing out of all of the additions, I guess, men talk about that we don't like about what women do, if it's one thing I cannot stand, is that bleaching. It's like, how dare you? How dare you? You know, here it is. You chasing their look, but they stay in tanning salons to look like who? Why didn't Johnny Depp look exactly the same complexion as he did in Donnie Brasco? Donnie Brasco. Why did he why throughout all of the Pirate of the Caribbeans, don't let them fool you. Yeah, they say Caribbean because if they say Pirates of the Caribbean, you're gonna be like, who are all these white people? Peep gang. Now, if that's the case, why are you chasing something that the rest of the world wants to be? You got Asians over there, they can't get enough of doing Michael Jackson impersonations. They're not over there mimicking Bruce Lee. They mimicking Michael Jackson. Stop playing with me. So, I mean, if it's one thing, I'm not going to lie. Look, sis, if you want to put a little makeup on, a little blush, eyeliner, mascara, I don't care. So what? You know, it probably look fabulous. You know what I'm saying? Because you're probably already gorgeous, right? That's my sisters. But simultaneously, I can't front. Man, you disrespect us when you bleach that skin. I hate that. Like that, that right there, get him, JP.
Because I hate you coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
All right, now, with that being said, yeah, no. You are absolutely right. Nah, sis, you on that one. Them African women, they can't get enough of that. No, that is very true. Because a lot of those African women, I'm saying it is what it is, because they literally desire to have a white man. We talk about divesting here. You talking about a whole continent of where we so-called supposed to have all came from, and they stay chasing the white man. Matter of fact, white men run the country. It's a bunch of African countries throughout that continent that have a total white, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. And you know what's so crazy? You got white folks, it's wild because you just sparked my mind. You got white folks over there. And this ain't no shade, no nothing. It is what it is. Like if we're gonna talk, let's talk about it, right? We're gonna talk, let's talk about it. You got white folks over there. I mean, as white, I'm talking about Leonardo DiCaprio white. And as long as they can get that accent down, they are declared and considered African. Yet, if one of us just speaks proper enough, if one of us just has a certain amount of articulation and a certain amount of class to us, they call us white. Boy, I tell you.
The hair kinky and tightly curled as an African's hair should be.
I think that's a good thing that you're saying that. So I think that's great. I'm happy that you have a preference for Black women, unlike many Black male accounts that have followed, that have threatened Black women and have, followed white women more or used white women as publicity to get status on their channels. I'm not too much of support of Black male interest channels that do this. They profit off of using Black women's image instead of telling them things to encourage them, make them.
Now, I'm going to have to say this, sis, to be quite honest with you. Who doesn't make money and profit off of Black people? Should we not? I mean, now listen, if she's specifying the dynamic of the exploitation of our people to make money, I'm with you. I get you, sis. I'm with you on that. But let's just be for real. Who don't use us to make money? Isn't that what the NBA does? Niggas don't own the NBA. Isn't that what the hip hop industry does? Isn't that what the filming industry does? Aren't we used? Aren't we the most lucrative bodies walking the earth? Out of any and everything that can walk and breathe on planet Earth, what is more lucrative than black people? And I'm talking about us, niggas. Who's more lucrative? From us blatantly embarrassing ourselves all the way down to our absolute magnificent talents and brilliance. Who don't make money off us? Let's keep on rocking out. But I see where you was heading with it, sis. I see where you was trying to go with it. So I don't knock it all the way. But I mean, when you said it, I'm thinking to myself, shit, everybody makes money off us. Oh, the court system. Yeah, that's right. Law. The prison system. Who don't make money off us? We can go down the list.
Feel better, give them hope in themselves. They just talk about how crappy they are and how trashy they are.
What is your name?
Ahead.
What is your
my
name?
name is Bianca.
Bianca.
Yes.
So, and you're there's one of the lady saints goes by the same name. So I just want to make sure everyone knows that you are not her. But did you hear the recommendations that I gave to Black women so that they might be more successful in securing marriage?
I heard, I just came into the show, but I heard a few of them, and one of them was we were talking about the approach with how we should carry ourselves, and also the approach with how men are going to be expected to target women. And I do want to say that everyone's situation's like very different. Not all Black women get to fit the appeal of the social standard of society. I will say using.
My bad, just saying this. Yeah, she's talking about these media. She's talking about these media He-Man women haters. Yep. That want to criticize Black men as all obese with weave. Yeah. No, that's on point. I mean, and so that's my main thing. That's why it's like, even myself, like, yo, like, look, the main thing is this, like actually standing for something when it comes to that. Them dudes that be doing that, I really be asking, like, bro, what do you stand for? Do you stand for anything? Because I hear it, like, it is absolute pure rage and anger in these spaces. Listen, anybody who knows me knows that, like, I got my trials and tribulations. I got things I'm going through. I don't get up here screaming and spitting on my sisters ever. Y'all don't never hear me getting up here talking all crazy and mad. You want to know why? Because I know how much purpose I have. I know I really know my value. And honestly, sis, you know what I'm saying? So what you saying right here on this part, you know what I'm saying? Like, them dudes that be on that type time, they mad because women see through the bullshit in them. That's why that's why everything about them is so disgruntled. They can't stand the fact that real women, the ones who really count, the ones that they actually want to be with, not the ones that they know that they can just go ahead, hit up in the DM and just bone real quick, but the ones that they actually want to be with, they can't stand the fact that you guys can actually see through all of their mess. You guys can see through it. And they hate that because in their minds, you're not supposed to be able to recognize that shit. So you know what they do? Instead of going ahead and say, you know what, maybe this method isn't working. Maybe coming up on panels and screaming on women 24/7. Maybe that's just not the ticket. Nah, they just keep on doubling, tripling, quadrupling down. They just keep doing the same dumb and then wondering why the results keep ending up the same, right? So then you know what happens? They don't really want to hold that position. They don't really want to be up here angry and shit, but they're like, well, I already started off this way. You see? So, I mean, I definitely get you on that. Like, it's a bunch of dudes out here who really be screaming that He-Man shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's terrible because if you go look in their closet while they up here trying to point a bunch of fingers, I guarantee you it's endless Skeletors in their closet. Bet you. Because I got homies who I talk to that's like that. So, I mean, I know as a man that just be sitting around us, you know, during them little powwows. I know exactly what be going on in these discussions. Can't tell y'all everything now. You just gonna have to take your son to the barbershop and sit around and fake like you're reading a magazine one day. Maybe you'll catch a little something. Salute to the family. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 2:16 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's get back to the show.
My life as an example, it has been very rough for me to try to fulfill the expectations of what Black men want.
Why is that?
And it's just I came out of a lifestyle where most of my life, from youth to adulthood, was extreme poverty, and not only that, but trauma and also emotional disorders, and also eating disorders that led.
I actually have a question. I actually have just a real question for my peoples real quick, right? Because I really want to know this. When one of our own says, like, let's say it's an activity, genre of music, choice of articulation. When one of our own says, you acting white, is that possible? And the only reason why I ask that is because I know my people say we, for the most part, taught, I mean, you know, just what's said. Okay. I'm just repeating what we all know we've heard. If you've lived long enough and haven't been under a rock, we taught white people how to bathe. We taught them all of these things. We taught white people. All right. So then if we notice that we taught white people a bunch of stuff, and then white people do a lot of stuff, and then if we turn around and we just kind of, I don't know, do the same thing, are we doing what white people do, or are we just reverting back to what it is that we originally taught them that we have been separated from? Just curious. Whatever that might be. Like, is it possible to act white? Matter of fact, watch this. A white person that acts a certain way, yo, whatever, all of that. Is there such thing as acting black? And if so, what is that? Like, honestly, not mind you. Come on now. I mean, I know on the like basic, like, I know the basics, but I'm talking about really think about it. What is that exactly? When we say to a whoa Vicky or something like that, she's acting black. But then we'll say, nah, because it's messed up how whenever they say they want to act black, they act the lowest version of us. What is it? It's just a question I have, because I be wondering that shit. And it's like, I ain't seem to been able to come up with a real thorough, you know what I'm saying, conclusion to that. What is acting black and what is acting white? I'll leave that for you to think about. Let's get back to the video.
Led to stress and abuse and neglect from having parents and from having grandparents who were very corrupt and destructive. I'm very grateful that I had my mother and my father, you know.
Right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Do you feel as though presently you're open to learning from a man and taking a man's leadership?
110%. I feel that's what I exist for, is to better myself through the opposite sex. I don't have any gender biases towards black men, so.
Well, gender bias is related to male female. So you're saying relationship or romantic bias toward black men, correct?
Right. Like, I have no bias. I think that I can take as much support as possible. And I'm praying actually that God sends support my way because of my circumstances and my condition. I know a lot of people would say that I need to apply myself or be more accountable, you know, but I've been trying to do that for the past 7 to 10 years of my life. You know, I went to college, I got a bachelor's degree, and then all of a sudden I was frauded out of school loans from the college itself. And then I was responsible for a bunch of debt, you know.
Give you one piece of advice. Number one, I like that you're willing to listen. I respect that. And I appreciate that you.
Yeah. That's one of the main reasons why I pulled this up, because even though she does have her, I guess you can say, gripes or her disagreements with Brother Saint here, she ain't coming off like, you know, the typical combative, hothead, you know, loud mouth. She's not. Regardless that whatever it is that she's saying, she is able to listen. She is able to articulate herself. And that is something I give respect to, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. A lot of people just get caught up in feelings so deep that they just go over the edge with it. So I at least got to give her that. Definitely. Much respect to my sister. Let's keep on going. I digress. My mic is muted. I thank you all for tuning in. The time right now is 2:22 p.m. East Coast Standard Time.
Seem to be oriented on finding a man who's willing to lead you, and you speak to the idea that you can take direction. To actually take direction is a different thing. One thing I've observed in you is that you are very oriented on negativity and problems. And what my recommendation is, just to start with from a mindset position, is that you orient on positivity and solution, which is the complete opposite. Positivity and solution, in as much as it is said the woman is the coolness of a man's eye, so that when we encounter you, we want to feel peace from you, and we want you to emanate that. Or a man goes out and toils in the world. When he comes home, he wants peace.
Absolutely. I can't stress it enough. I can say it at least for myself. I'm not gonna say the only, of course. One of the reasons why I definitely find relationships to be such of a value for men in particular, because I'm not a woman, so I don't speak for you guys. I allow you to speak for yourself, and I ask you questions about you, and I don't assume. That's how it should be done. But me as a man, I know for a fact I get so much from this world. I get viewed a certain way. You know, us as men, like, we're just automatically assumed to be this, to be that. Yes. When you're our lady, like, you are the one person in this entire world, out of the billions and billions of people, you're the one person that we look to just hear ask us how was our day, the whole nine. You're the one person. We don't really, because we know we're not going to get that nowhere else. And that's why men who truly do value these type of things, we get it. We get it. It's not something we don't get. Like, real talk though. Alkaline, I see you. Much respect to you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. So let's go ahead and let's keep on getting back to it. Let me see. I probably got about, I don't know, 45 more minutes or so. Yeah, because I want to keep it on a certain. So let me just do this just in case. All right. Boom, 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 bow. So let's go ahead and get back into this discussion. What's going on, Meech? Ain't nothing much. What's going on with you, homie? You chilling? Let's get back to it.
Especially, I trust from your tonation, you are older than 30, older than 35, based on your tonation.
Everybody, I would like for you to go ahead and welcome a good friend of mine, somebody who definitely loves to come up and give his insight. You know, my Puerto Rico brother. All right. Alkaline, how you feel?
All right, how you doing, Smitty? I was watching your stream earlier when you were on the phone.
Which one?
Earlier today, about an hour ago or something like that.
Yeah. What about it?
I was watching it, and I was concerned because I felt like I'm sorry, I don't mean to change the subject, but I wanted to. I
Bruh,
had
talk
left some
about whatever
text.
you want to. Talk about whatever you want to. This platform, come up, give your take.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned because it seemed as though you were going through similar, or you are going through similar things that I am currently going through myself. Now, you know where I met you. I met you over.
What am I going through? You talking
I
about, sir?
mean, it seems as though you got
Mm-hmm.
people talking behind your back, talking crap, and
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I think you're a good guy. From what I've met, I haven't met you in person, but I
Right.
think you're a good guy. I like your views on things. We don't agree on everything,
Not supposed
but
to.
yeah, we're not supposed to.
You're not my. We're not the same person. That's not supposed.
Exactly. And I just feel like I was looking for someone to talk to about
Mm-hmm.
the issues I've been having lately, and then I hear what you were going through. I said, "Oh man, this brother's going through the same thing I'm going through. Maybe him and I can talk, whether it be on your panel or my panel." And just
Talk to
get.
me. Go ahead, bro. Just look. You good?
But I've been having an issue because I think I'm okay guy. Now,
Uh-huh.
I wasn't always an okay guy.
Right.
I went through a racist phase. I went through a homophobic stage. I went through, I went through it, but I learned and I became more forward thinking.
Mm-hmm.
When I say racist stage, I was racist. They say I can't be racist. It was more bigoted, but I call it racism. I fought and went at white people with no regard whether they were healthy after I left because I was violent. I went through that because me being Puerto Rican and Dominican, I was never either Puerto Rican enough, Dominican enough, black enough, and I'm never going to be part of the white gang. So, no matter how I look, I ain't going to be part of that quote unquote club.
Mm-hmm.
And I blamed the whites for everything I went through.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew.
Okay.
All right, I don't think that way. I mean, shit, I never dated white women, and I'm married to one now. Best thing that ever happened to me. Not because she's white, but she's a
Just because she is, you met the person for you.
Exactly.
It's not about. I get you on that. Go ahead.
My thing is,
you got a question, or you just venting? You can vent.
No, I know there's a method to my madness.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I have flaws, and I tell everybody I have flaws, and I'm very honest with everybody about the type of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm willing to sit down and conversate, and if I'm wrong about something, I'll listen.
Right.
Now, if you can't convince me I'm wrong, I'll listen, but that don't mean I'm going to change my way. Mm-hmm. That being said, I'm very honest, and I try to help. My big thing is I want to leave a positive influence. It's a very important thing to me to leave a positive influence and at least get. If I reach 1,000 people, if one of them would have heard me, I'm satisfied. I just want to leave a positive influence. Mm-hmm. And I've been having this issue lately. I'm not the greatest judge of characters, apparently, because people that I thought were genuine, people that I ended up liking and investing time in, ended up being a completely different person down the line. And with me, I'm one of those people that I hold friendships dear. For me, friendships to me are more important than my relationship. That's how. No, I say that. Wait, hold on. My wife is right here. Trust me.
Okay,
I say that to put the emphasis on how important friendships are to me, because I end up having lifelong friendships. Now, don't get me wrong. my best friend in my life right now is my wife. So she's not
I don't
just
have to
my
say
wife.
anything. There we go.
She's not just my wife. She's my best
Great
friend.
save. That was a good save. Good save.
No, I tell her that all
Field
the
goal.
time.
You won by field goal.
Yeah.
Good save.
But this is the way I am, and I hold relationships close to the best.
Right.
And when I get let down, and
It's not easy to take.
it's not.
It's not
It's
because
really
the
not.
thing is, and I totally get you just briefly, is because that's why I always speak about intentions. See, the thing is that what happens is this, right? Watch. The disconnect is, if you think about it, on hindsight being should be your 2020.
Right.
Intentions. You get around when you said, man, it's people that I liked. I actually invested in them, the whole 9. Intentions. Your intentions was more of a pure state as far as like, I really do rock with you, and anything that I do for you is truly because that's me. It's my intention to be a good friend. Then when you're dealing with people and then you realize, damn, I was the only friend in this whole thing. So I was the friend. So I was the associate, and you were the friend. As in, I saw you as a friend. You just saw me as just, as just another person.
Yeah.
That's what can make those type of circumstances very, very difficult for those of us that truly have a heart. You want to know why? Because we then get to that like closed in space where we're like F everybody, but we know we naturally, organically can't do it because we weren't built to say F everybody.
You.
So it makes it so tough because you be wanting to be like, yo, bump this. I ain't being nice to folks no more. But then we always find ourselves right back into what our
My
heart
wife is laughing.
we say it. We be like, yo, like I ain't never, man. They ain't doing me like that no more. And then we just find ourselves, we just can't help but to be the giver.
Yeah.
Because you were designed, you were built to be that. And that's
Yeah, my wife and I are that way. And
yeah, that's what makes it so
hurts
tough.
so much when we get let down, though.
Yeah, to land it, that's what makes it so tough being that giver in a world full of takers.
Yeah.
It's such a hard balance to maintain because most people would be like, that little bit, there ain't nothing. Man, that came from your heart.
Yep.
I did not have to do that. I didn't have to do that shit. But we're in a world of people that is so filled with entitlement. They don't even recognize when you're dealing with with a person that's really on some like, I'm doing this for you because I see that light in you. And all I want to do is just add to your light. And then when they go ahead and take advantage of that and boost their light and try to snuff yours, that's when you realize, damn. And then you just kind of feel stupid too. It's like,
yeah,
man, I feel dumb as shit. Like, man,
exactly.
Here it is, I'm big up in these people, big up in them, and then you turn around and just shit on me like that.
Yeah,
that ain't easy. That's not a tough pill to swallow. You wanna know why? Because as much as I may say F y'all today, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna go right back to being that person who's Smitty is. I big up people, I support people, and I want to see you make it. But go ahead, dog.
My big thing is like sometimes I just don't know what to do. Like at the present moment, I got quarrels with a couple of people that stemmed off with just one, and another one got involved, and because I thought they were the person that they ended up not being.
Mm-hmm.
When I invest in someone, when I say invest, I put my time and effort. Like, I don't care so much about my channel on YouTube. I'm just using this as an example. I don't care so much. My channel, I've had my channel for almost 20 years. I've had it for 18 years. All right. And I've gone through so many different phases. So when I had gone through that phase where oh yeah, I'm gonna make money off of YouTube. Shit.
Hold on, real quick. YouTube been around for more than 20 years? I didn't even.
No. I my channel's been around for 18, 17 to 18 years.
Wow.
I just say, I just rounding up. It's almost 20 years that YouTube's been around. But
Okay, Vet.
my big thing is I went through that phase where I thought I was going to make money off of YouTube. Never happened. That's okay. So now my channel
came here with that thought, but yeah, I get you.
my channel is here for fun, for me to have fun. I do reviews. I do panels, boxing panels. I do, I'll play music sometimes, and sometimes we'll just shoot the shit. Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Right.
Anyway,
You good.
when I see another person, that I'm having that we met on a panel somewhere,
Right.
and we hit it off and everything like that, I want to help them out. I do everything I can, not because they asked me, not because they wanted it. I said, "Hey, why don't you try this? I'll invest time." I went as far as to let these people use my Discord, not my Discord, my StreamYard.
Yeah, your stream.
Because I pay for my StreamYard so that they can have more access and be able to
Right.
have more people up on the page.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask for nothing. There's just one thing that I ask for. If I'm talking to you backstage, or if I'm talking to you on the phone personal, the only thing I expect is the same respect I give you. I'm not going to talk about our conversations online. I am not going to. I'm not going to reveal personal information.
Yep.
I can't understand why is that such a hard concept to stick to, and people go right to doing that.
Because
Right to doing that.
Well, I'm speaking for your circumstance alone. What I believe that takes place in those type of situations with the online stuff, when people go on their own way to do things, a lot of times folks don't know how to just go off, do your thing, and not have to like destroy the next person's name on your way out the door. People don't know how to just like, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You doing shows or something, and you have, it's like, say 2-3 people that's regulars at your spot. They always come up, they always show you love. So now one day you get into a little spat with them. All right, boom, you get into a little spat with them, and you then say, I'm just going to go ahead and do my own thing. Shout out to my homeboy DJ Witch Doctor, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to DJ Witch Doctor. He literally went through the same thing. All he did was separate himself, and out of nowhere, people just try to start dragging him. And it's like, he's a good dude. I talked to that man on the phone and everything. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, people know that certain things might get questioned. So before that even pops up, sometimes you may have the folks that you're dealing with, they may try to hurry up and shit on your name so it don't seem like something wrong with them for just doing what they doing. So then they hope that possibly they can get away with destroying you, and maybe nobody will ever take the time, because we all know this is a real thing. People don't look into things. There are folks, they can just say it, and that's it. If they say it, people believe it.
Yeah.
You see?
Unfortunate as that is, it's too true.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The thing that bothers me the most is that, because then there are times where it works, and you're all right. I'll put it to you this way. Now my wife is not the jealous type at all. I don't give her a reason to be jealous. She has my password to my phone. I hold nothing back from her, period. She has the utmost trust in me. I have the utmost trust in her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I met a female online back in, when did we meet, Mel? Was that 2016 or 2018? Anyway, few years ago, I met her at a site called Ivor.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. How you gonna sit there and ask her to specify the year just for you to be like, anyway, few years ago? Hey, what was your point? But go ahead.
Well, anyway, I met her. I met her a while ago, and when I met her, she was kind of distraught, and she would tell me things behind the scenes that was going on with her dad and going on in her life. And I'm the type of guy, I'm the type of friend that, if you need a hand, I'm going to help you. If I possibly can, I'll do what I can to help. And I told her, hey, if you want, you can come out here and stay with us, because the situation she seemed in was vile. And it had to do with abuse and her dad. And she took me up on my offer, came out to Albuquerque, and she stayed with us for like a couple years. And I told her, like, I said, look, I'm not going to support you. What I'm going to do is you make your money, get a job, put money away. I'll make sure your bills here are minimal. I mean, you are going to have to pay bills. But you make your money, you have to put so much away and never touch it so that you'll have a reserve. This is it. I got that from another place, and I'll explain that to you another time. But she came out here, she got her job. She got a job out here, like at a casino. She worked, she helped out with bills, and then she finally decided to go out on her own. And it's the first time in her life that she got out on her own. At my house, she learned independence. She learned how to, she wasn't allowed to order stuff on the phone. She wasn't allowed to go get something randomly to go eat whenever she wanted. She never was able to go to a restaurant. And now she's doing all this stuff. And I'm glad she did. Now I'm so proud of her. She's working in the field that she studied in college. All right. She's living in New Orleans on her own. I'm so proud of that girl. That's like a daughter. I consider her like a daughter now, because I'm proud of her.
Who do you consider like a daughter?
The friend that we brought in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the friend that we brought up. And she's doing well. She's now an editor, for a couple of magazines. I'm so proud. That worked out perfect. Were there issues when she was here? Yeah, that's normal. You get into little tiffs here and there, little arguments, but it's no big deal. We worked that out. We communicated, and to this day, we talk to each other all the time on the regular. And she likes to give me updates on how she's doing, and I tell her how I'm doing. She still comes out here to visit when it's hurricane season. She wants to get the hell out of there and come over here, and she'll work from over here. And that's family. We became family. That's, for me, that's the perfect scenario. All right. And I love it when things work out like that. But then you have these people that I tried to do the same thing for. Maybe not so much give them a place. And that was a special situation, but I tried to help them out. I even tried to, find them houses and stuff like that. I've given up my own money to help. And because of some small disagreement or something that was inconsequential, at least it was to me, they blew it up out of proportion, and I am the mortal enemy. I am the evil one. They lie on me. And this hurts because I considered them friends. And this kind of battering that I'm taking online.
Believe me, I totally get what you say. I'm just something. I'm gonna be honest with you. You actually bring joy to my heart right now, because this is why I set this platform up. I set it up so that whenever, like at times, folks who just want to come up and talk about something, you want to get something off your mind and just express it, you can come right here, bro. I'm just letting you talk. That's why I'm here. I'm not here for me. I have to be here because somebody got to run this. Somebody got to pull the videos up and stuff, right?
I appreciate you for that, by the way.
This is for us. This is for you guys, yo. You know, and so I really do appreciate it and love it when people utilize what I set it up for. I set it up so you can do exactly what you're doing now. Don't ever feel shy to do this.
But when I saw you streaming earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
I had put some comments in there, but I don't know if you read them or not. But
I probably didn't see it because it's weird. Like I'm on my desktop. On the phone, oh man, it's so different. I be having a hard time pulling myself up and down and everything.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I had the same issue with the phone.
It's different. So
I was going to ask you a favor.
All that like switching, going to comments. I just kind of talk and get up off it, and I look at it after.
I want, because you were saying the things that it was just strange how, wow, he sounds exactly how I feel. And I wanted to ask you a favor. And when you can, and it doesn't have to be anytime, so at your convenience. Okay. I would love for you to go to my channel and check out my last stream, my last live stream. And I would love for your input on what you thought about it and what I brought up and how I brought it up. Because I still, even though I've been doing this for a while, I still can learn more. I can still learn how maybe I'm not communicating it right. Maybe I could have used a different tone. Maybe I could have
different approach.
Yeah, maybe a different approach. I would really like your opinion of my last stream, and it has to do with this bullshit that I'm going through. And I'd like to hear your take on it. I mean, and we don't have to do it. You could tell me in private what you thought, or leave a comment or something like that. But I'd really like your input.
Alkaline. So I can get to these last 2-3 minute videos because I want to lighten the mood before we get up out of here. Let's talk about something that we can both possibly really relate a little bit more.
I wasn't saying do that now.
Yeah, no, listen, just hear me out. Drop you or your lovely wife, drop down in my comment section your channel so I can go there. I didn't even know you had a channel. Forgive me. I'll go there, and what I'm going to do first, before I even review it, I'm going to push subscribe. I'm going to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell because we are supposed to support our own. We all we got. So,
I agree.
So I'm going to go to your channel and subscribe first, and then I'll watch it. Now, I will review it under one condition. When I review it on my channel, you have to come up and make sure that you clarify certain things. So you have to actually be here when I review it. Is that a deal?
Oh, that's fine. I didn't know you wanted to do it. I was asking you to do it,
I'll
on
just
your own.
If you came up and talked about it now, and the audience is hearing about this mysterious problem Alkaline got going on, I think it's only right that we do so. What's going on? What's going on, Cuzzo? You already know, family.
I got you. Yeah, I will be here for it.
Hey,
but listen, I don't care if you got to be blatantly blunt about it. I want to hear it.
Like, I don't have a choice. I will be. Like, it's nothing else that will happen besides that.
Yeah, because that's all I want. Because if there's something that I could have done better, if there's something that could change the outcome, or I am not even wanting to repair anything because I know what a lost cause is when you see it. I don't want to repair anything. I just want peace.
I mean, I'm saying, you don't know the old saying, if you beat a dead horse long enough, it'll wake up. But No, definitely. I got you. Make sure you let me know. Put it in the back chat or something. So I mean, because I don't know what your channel is. So
I just
and if-
threw it in your chat.
I see hello Smitty. I don't see
Oh,
it. Yeah, I don't see
okay.
it.
All right. Now, or maybe.
I'm gonna pull up while you doing that. I'm gonna pull up these
There you
last
go.
videos by my homeboy Godfrey. Up there we go. I got you. All right now. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans. I'm gonna make sure I hit that. Hold on, let me make sure I do this. Bye. Subscribe. Bye. Okay. All right. Just what the hell? Okay, boom. All right, I just subscribed. We on there. So let's go ahead and get to these last two videos, right?
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sticking around for this. What were you? What was the video you were watching? Give me a really quick heads up on it.
All right, so we got two videos. We got two, or as my family out in Bmore would say, two. Okay, we got two videos because it's a bop, dummy. So the first one is don't steal from Indians. That's right. You know how when we go in the stores and we think it's sweet with them foreigners, and don't you know how foreigners have different rules as to how they operate with thieves?
Yes.
Right. But we got
Because of the
laws.
cultural differences.
Yeah. And then the next one is about an iconic legend. I'm not even going to say anything. Let me just ask you a question. Because I got this feeling. Because you Spanish, so I already know the answer. You like wrestling?
Yes. But I'm a bigger fan of the Attitude Era than anything.
Anyway, I know you like you Spanish. We gonna leave that alone.
Luchador, man, luchador.
Like asking the African, you eat rice? Like, shut up.
Ask a Puerto Rican if you eat rice. Come on, really?
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so let's go ahead and pull this up. This first video, I was very disappointed. This is one of my iconic legends that I love so much. So, you know, it's just something to kind of lighten the mood for a little bit. Why do I still got these hot? Nobody was going to tell me I got hospital bands on. I can't stand that. It feel like prison tags. This how the like little armband checks was.
I was gonna ask, how did the surgery go?
So hold on. God damn it. Damn, they make this shit strong. God, shit. Jeez. Anyway. It went great. As far as I was asleep. They doped me up, which I didn't like. I don't like this. So we're gonna get into this real quick. But nah, it went really well. What they had to do was, long story short, I fell out of my chair, right, in the early stages. And what happened was, hold on. This one, there we go. And what happened was I hit it right on the incision, right around where that line, that stitch line is, and it busted open. So I now got a little circle pocket the size of a dime. And never closed back up. And that's been the only reason why I haven't been able to fully get back on my prosthetics all the way. I'm telling y'all, like, no bull, like, y'all gonna see me like getting up out, you know, getting in and up out my chair at times on lives and all that shit. Ain't gonna be this stationary shit no more. Like, literally, I'm about to be back driving again and all that stuff.
All
Like,
right, that, you know what? That's a good thing. That's positive.
yeah,
So,
man, my
yeah.
whole life is on its way back. It's been a very, very long, tough road, and I can't front, man. Sometimes that shit is stressful, having to like continuously go down this road, man, with like, I mean, no type of support, no backup for the most part, dog. I ain't got nobody in my corner. And that shit ain't the easiest to deal with. Like, I'm a real tough, strong dude. The only thing that be getting to me at times is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets to me, but it doesn't discourage me, because as y'all see, I'm still going. I'm still here. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, I'm glad you're still here. So
yeah, bro. But let's get into this. We want to hear what my man Godfrey has to say about Mr. Hulk Hogan himself, because apparently the legend, all right, what is he, like 6'5" or something like that? Hogan's tall. I didn't know he was that tall. We're gonna hear what, yeah, man, he tall. I didn't know he was that damn tall. So we're gonna hear what they have to say about him and all of the allegations. And let's go ahead and tap into it. Alkaline. I got
Alright.
this more after this. Let's go.
Booed. I don't know where the fuck he was, but he thought it was going to be on and popping, and they booed the shit out of his ass. They booed his ass. You know, and at first I was like, yo, that's wrong. But then I'm like, nah, yeah, Hulk Hogan, you kind of disappointed a lot of us, especially as African Americans. We've been on your side. We've been big fans of yours. But you call us niggas here, niggas there. We caught you calling us niggas a couple times. Then you fired that black girl that was on your little promotional team for your stupid liquor. You fucking fired her because she was black. You've done a lot of fucked up shit to us, man. You know, I mean, that's fine that you was at the RNC going, let me tell you something, Trump maniacs, all that other bullshit, but you whack and you deserve to get booed. That's what your ass get. Listen, I was a Hulk Hogan fan. I did a sketch with Shaq. When Shaq was in wrestling, yeah, me and Shaq, we did a show called Upload with Shaq, and Shaq was like, hey man, you want to meet Hulk Hogan? I go, hell yeah. And so I met him and we did a little sketch where Shaq smacks me down and then Hulk comes and saves me and goes, let me tell you something, brother. You know, hey man, shout out to those people that booed his ass. I don't give a fuck what it was for, but I felt that shit. He deserved it. He was just like, he was trying to like, go, yo, let me tell you something, people.
Now, what's going on, nephew? What's your take on legends? This is the question. When we know that it's somebody we love for what we grew up to them about, when we find out bullshit allegations like, damn, you're really racist for real, you really like that, does that destroy the memory of what you know? Do you then say F them just like Godfrey did? Or do you be like, that's still the Hulkster?
There's two ways to take it, and neither way is the wrong way, in my honest opinion, because it doesn't negate what was done. It wasn't like, here's a problem. People seem to tend to forget. They are people too. These celebrities bleed red blood just like you and I do. They have faults just like you and I do. Only they have more access to more funds, and they are in a position where they enjoy life a lot better than we do on average. Does it negate the positive memories or how that made you feel at the time? No. You can still cherish those memories, but you can be disappointed in the person. When I found out about the allegations about Hulk Hogan, I was sorely disappointed. You know, it's like, wow, that's messed up. Is that going to make me regret all the fun times I had watching him? Your mic is muted. All right.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be so tough. Like, I mean, honestly, it's like, I gotta really hear like you was PDF files. I guess that's what they call it, the safe way.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta hear that you like bags of grapes. I gotta hear, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, another perfect example, Brett Favre.
Yeah.
He is, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we like, so for, like, do you really say F his football legacy? Because he did all of that to them people in Mississippi with the water. I ain't gonna lie, I do say, yeah, that's an example where I'm like, F your legacy.
And then the
lives were like affected, you know.
And then you can have the inverse, like
right.
when Colin Kaepernick did the kneeling before during the what the fuck you call it again? the national anthem. All right, that was his way of protesting because of
Kaepernick.
Yeah, Kaepernick. Yeah, sorry. His way of protesting against police brutality and stuff like that. When he did it, and that's one thing you'll notice about my channel. I want people to see how I grow and how I change. I don't delete videos. It's still up there. when he did it, I was pissed. I said, how could you desecrate the national anthem, just this, that, and the other? I am disappointed in you, Mr. Kaepernick, blah, 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 right? Then, not even 2 years later, you got me. I understand where he's coming from now. I totally agree with him.
So what's your what is your take on like the whole like national anthem? Because I remember, like, for example, so do you agree with, before we get to the next video, and take your time, do you agree that we should have, like how most schools got rid of the Pledge of Allegiance, national anthem, Pledge of Allegiance, so you have the same sentiment in a sense?
Well,
what's your take?
I was thinking more as how do I say this? I want to make sure I say this right.
Right.
The Pledge of Allegiance, honestly, I don't think we should have. That's my opinion. We shouldn't have gotten rid of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
I don't think, because I grew up with it, but that's because I grew up with it. I'm 59.
So basically, it's more, you don't believe we should have got rid of it because it's more nostalgia than proper. Like, for example, I don't believe we should have ever got rid of the original Christmas shows like Rudolph and Frosty and all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something about that. But am I saying that because it's nostalgia for me? Yes, I am. It's a bias because it's my era.
And for me, the Pledge of Allegiance was my era. I mean, I remember when we used to do the get under your desk in case of a nuclear explosion. Remember that?
No, that and we all love that when you was tired in class and all of a sudden that fake fire drill got called, you get to get up and walk outside.
Yes, I remember those.
you get to leave the classroom. I ain't even got to ask to go to the bathroom. Now, when we come back from this fire drill, I'm gonna ask to go to the bathroom and double my time.
There you go.
I'm gonna maximize this. Now, I couldn't pee. We was in the fire drill. You know, I had to stand in line, Mrs. Wilson.
But my thing is, I grew on the fact that my opinion changed when I realized and I understood what he meant.
Right.
When he did the kneeling.
Right.
You know, and now I have nothing but the utmost respect for him. You know,
no,
I wish hindsight being 2020, I wish I had more of the information of what was going on in war during the time, because then I wouldn't have done the video that I did. And I didn't bash him. I just didn't. I was being patriotic, you know, pounding the chest. This is America. We got to appreciate where we're the land of the free, you know. And no, because if it was truly that free, there wouldn't be the problems we got that we got now.
Okay, that's very interesting. All right, so this is my thing. I still want to know, before I push play on this video, do you really believe that the national anthem is something that we should not stand for? Is your point?
No, I think we should stand for it. Yeah, we should stand for it.
And the only reason why I'm asking that is because you're saying you totally get him now and why he did it. So I'm just saying, so you're saying that's your position, and I don't care if it is. Don't forget that.
No. I get you. No, I think we should stand for it. But if you have a cause, if you have your personal cause as to why you don't want to stand, I'm going to respect that.
Okay.
I'm going to respect that, and I'm not going to belittle you.
Right.
Because you feel an injustice is going on, and this is your way of protesting.
Lola, look, cuzzo, fam. We all know nothing here is free.
Nothing is free. We know that.
Come on now. Come on, fam. We know ain't a damn thing here free. Not even time. Time is expensive. Time, let alone what we see on the aisles and shelves of stores. Respect. Let's get to this next video. Y'all ready? It's our
I'm ready. Let me mute my mic.
Respect to you all. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you, Alkaline, for popping up again. Let's go ahead and look at this one right here. Let's see what we got.
Video. Oh, this is another funny one. I call her Crackhead Karen. It was a white lady trying to steal in, I guess it was a 7-Eleven, maybe a gas station store, one of those little convenience stores. Oh, man. And these Indian dudes.
That looks 7-Eleven-ish. Yeah. Or Sheets, maybe Sheets.
Dudes. I don't know if it was Pakistan or India. I don't know, but I know they had the, the accent. But to get the fuck out. Oh, man, they beat this bitch with her own bag. It was hilarious. He fucking front snap kicks her. A motherfucker. I laughed when he smashed her. Over the head while she turned around. That was funny as hell. Because here's the thing. When you go in those stores, those Indian dudes, they be watching. They watch, especially if you black. Oh, they be like, I'm watching you. Don't try to take nothing, motherfucker. Try to take potato chips. I'll kill you. They protect their stores. I don't know how much they're getting paid, but they will do anything to protect their stores. So they locked the door. She tried to get out. She's like, you leave me alone, motherfucker. The door is locked, bitch. Huh? Oh, they whooped her ass. And then she calls out to Miguel. She said, Miguel!
Miguel, get over here now!
Miguel, come in here, Miguel! So Miguel comes in with his fucking dog, his wolf, and the dog comes in barking. Yo, but that dog was a bitch. You know how they say dogs are bigger than his bite? The dog was like, what's going on? And he's like, I don't fight. I was just coming in fronting. This shit was hilarious. And Miguel, I'm thinking Miguel's gonna be some big ass Spanish dude going, okay, what's going on here? Okay, who's touching my lady? Okay, who's touching my lady? Yo, this dude was so old. He said, hey, are you hitting women? Don't you hit the women? He said, yeah, I'm hitting woman, motherfucker, try to steal something. Yo, he told his girl, get out. I'm too old for this shit. This shit had me rolling. That white privilege did not work with these Indians, boy. They had sticks and all that. They were both in uniform. They're like, get out, fucker, little bitch, try to take in. You don't take nothing here. I fucking kick the shit out of you. Yo, that's the accent, so don't get mad at me. They didn't have a regular accent like, hey, lady, you're stealing. You're like, motherfucker, you try taking, I kick you and smack your head with your bag, bitch. Get out, Karen, get out. I've been in Dunkin' Donuts, and they curse me out. They don't know how to curse. They be like, you fucker, bitch, I kick your dick, motherfucker, pussy, huh? You're like, what? You don't even feel cursed out when they go, you hear me talking shit, fucker, mother, bitch, fucker, bitch in your ass. I fuck your ass in your mother's pussy, fucker. You're like, you want me to help you curse? Because I'm just saying some Dunkin' Donuts, because in New York and in Jersey, they run the Dunkin' Donuts, and they be mad fucking racist. They be like, you fucker, mother, bitch, fucker, black bastard, you fucker, bitch, bloody.
Oh, man. Salute, Alkaline. I gotta light up the mood, man. We all need something like that, man. I'm going through enough as it is. Shit.
I appreciate you letting me come up here and talk with you. Actually, it felt good to just to get that shit out. You really do.
Bro, on it though, and you know something? A lot of people don't realize that about with men, especially. Like, because it's a real thing, yo. Like, majority of the time in society, look, we will be told, open up, you can say what you want. No, that shit usually thrown back in our face in some form of fashion, or it's used against us, or we're now looked at as weak. or whatever it is. You know, we fall for that trick bag when
Why,
society.
why is it weak? Why do people consider it weak to be respectful or be nice or be polite? Why is that considered weak?
Because men aren't supposed to be that. We're supposed to. Now, again, I'm being facetious for those who, you know, it's called sarcasm. Because men are supposed to basically, we are supposed to be machines.
We're supposed to bottle it up and bury it.
Because we say that we operate in logic, women operate in emotion. Whenever we show any kind of emotion, is looked at as bitch made. That's why it don't make no sense. When we know damn well, bruh, you feel, you do, you feel too. And it's all right to feel. The thing is, don't let your feelings overcome and take over who people know truly you are. Bro, I've had my moments where I was like real close to like, I'm gonna lose it. You know what I do? I'll hop up on here and I'll create a story. I'll design something. I'll go work out. Heck, shit. I just might listen to some music, smoke a J, and not say nothing. You see?
Yep.
So my point is, that's why I always, like, I swear on life, that really is my motto at this point. And that motto is this right here. Where is it at? Where is it at? I know you right here. Oh, no. Where the hell it go? I could have sworn I had it. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Wow. When you have that right there, when you got that purpose show, then you know you get it. But the point is to not to go too far off. Yeah, that's some real stuff. Like us as men, when you said it just felt good to get it off, I shit you not, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Folks don't be understanding that a lot of times. When you just like just backed up, bro, just clogged up with like all these things because you uphold this code of like, we don't bitch, cry, moan, and complain. We don't gossip. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying start bitching, crying, moaning, complaining, and gossiping.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way you go about doing it, but at some point, yo, I'm telling you, you're not going to sleep. You're not going to eat if you don't get that shit off your, at some point. If you like, because we're just not heard. And even times where we might, you know, get a platform or we're heard, it's like we know majority of people like, I don't really care. I mean, you know, you're men, you know what I'm saying? Where's the woman's complaint or where's the kids complain? Where's the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're a man, just shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we just get on the boats and the life rafts and the life rafts first, which always should be. That should never change. I would always give that position first to the women, children, and elderly.
Yeah.
But when you sailing away, don't just turn your back while you know I'm standing there like this, but bubbles about to go down my nose. Don't act like I didn't just, you know, don't forget what it is that I did.
Some sort of acknowledgement. You know?
That's it. And you know what's so wild? It's the number one thing I hear that women absolutely adore. Acknowledgement. Acknowledgement.
Yeah. And you know what? I am guilty. I am so guilty of not acknowledging this person right there. The one right there, not acknowledging the things that she do. And well, you know what I call that? I call that familiarity.
Right.
Familiarity can breed contentment because you're so familiar with a person, or you're so, you know, you take things for granted.
Right.
You know, and I don't ever want her, don't hide. I don't ever want her to feel taken for granted. That I sometimes take it for granted. But for me, it's like with this, she came up to my defense once, right? With, you know, with the whole situation with me and this one individual. And she saw that I was distraught, but I didn't share that information with nobody online because I'm the type of person that I'm not going to share that. I'm gonna leave that be, and I'll let them say whatever they want to say, and I'll be quiet until they can come around and we'll talk and work it out.
Mm-hmm.
But because this person decided to go down this certain road and go down and just My wife went out of her way
Mm-hmm.
to call him on a one-on-one because we were that close. We had each other's number and everything like that. She went out of her way to call him and ask him what's really going on. I mean, she was worried about my health because I was just withdrawn within myself, because that's how I get when I feel like I just lost a friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I lost a part of me too, you know what I'm saying? She didn't like how depressed I was. So she called.
It's not easy, yo. Like that's when you're a genuine person, it's not easy dealing with the loss of a friend. Go ahead though.
And she called him and she was like trying to explain to him, you know, and all he did was bitch her out. And then the next day, video after video disrespecting my wife. Telling me stuff like, you need to put your woman in control. I was like, I almost said the word I shouldn't say.
I've heard that before. I actually have a whole little segment. I went through that. Keep going.
My wife is my partner. She's not beneath me. What the hell? What do you mean? I gotta put her in. No.
But you know something even deeper. You know, the point that I was saying is this: is when you're with somebody who is of compatibility and of dignity, and when that woman carries herself a certain way, when they like put your woman in check, you being the man in that circumstance, you know there's nothing to put in check. She keeps herself in check. I didn't get with the unruly woman that I always got to be screaming and fussing with. Do we have back and forths here and there? If you're with somebody long enough, of course you will. Of
course you
because you're two different people and you don't always agree. But overall, the overall umbrella of it is, I don't need to put somebody in check who conducts themselves as an adult. If my woman is conducting herself accordingly, you may want to call it masculine. No, at that circumstance and time, it might be according to the circumstance and environment in which we're in. I just might need her to toughen up right there alongside with me. Then it's going to be times where I'm like, nah, babe, you just go ahead and fall back, lean your seat back. I got this. You just turn on what song you want. You smell me now? So like that's how that dynamic always should be. But the thing is that you'll have people, and you know something else what it is. They're trying to trick bag you. They want you to get to talking to your woman the same way that they were speaking to their woman, and as to the reason why you're still with yours and they're not. See, they want you to join the club.
Yeah,
they want you.
Club.
Nah, man, you gotta be like, nah, woman, what? I want this at night. Pop. Yeah, that's right. I run the house. My woman submits to me. Yeah, they want you to talk all that big, wild, geek and goofy stuff. Why? Because they want you to get your members only jacket with that big ass L on it. It doesn't just stand for loser, it stands for lonely.
They want you to join that miserable club because you know how much misery loves people.
And watch, you know what happens when you join that club? Oh, they're going to make it seem like it's such the funnest thing in the world. And then you know what's going to happen over time. You just, you're going to hop off panels and all of that. And you just going to realize like, yeah, I didn't bring the value that woman bring to my life or that man, whichever direction it could be. I'm talking to us as fellas. So you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it's cool hanging with y'all for a little quick second, but yo, the shit I really want to talk about, man, I want to talk to her. I ain't trying to be up here with y'all asses all day, screaming and yelling and barking about some nothing ass stuff, and ain't not a damn thing going to be changed. Ain't no bills about to be signed and nothing. Ain't no movements or marches about to go down. You niggas just about to come up here day in and day out and bark and bitch about some stuff that you ain't never going to try to fix or change. Why? Because you ain't never going to try to focus on yourself. This is simple math to me, man. That's why, like, again, I hate it. I can't stand when people I can't stand getting like jackets put on me that don't fit. I hate that shit. It's like, yo, it's like, do you not hear? Like, I'm so against all of that shit. But when you're around certain groups and company, automatically, birds of a feather, you will be guilty by association. So that's
And
another
that's an unfortunate realism, and I don't like it. I really don't like it, but it's an unfortunate realism, and I don't like with me. Something that happened to me when I was in my teens affected my whole life, and since then I made a life decision back at 17 that I'm never going to join mob mentality. If a mob is going one way, I am not going that direction. I need to have a better picture of what's going on before I make a decision. I'm going to convict, or I'm going to persecute, or I'm not going to go with the crowd, because I do not believe in mob mentality.
Do you know how the whole this? I digress. My mic is muted. Respect. You know how all that started? A man heaven sent, not hell bent, because I don't do fire, but a man heaven sent on being his own individual. I will make up my own slang before I follow behind Eunice. I'll make up my own. And you know what happened subsequently? I got people throwing the V up. Like, I don't know, maybe like here. Like, I don't know, maybe here. And what I'm saying to that is see, I don't like to walk paths. I like to blaze trails.
There you go.
You see? Now, there are times in life you're going to go down a path because that path will lead you to the trail that you're about to blaze. So don't get it twisted just because you're walking down the path, you're not on your path. No, you very well could be. But that's why I'm like, yo, what? Clout? Anything? I am one of them. If you pay any attention to me, my main signature is be as different as possible, but still relatable to. You don't want to be so different that you like people can't even get with what just everything is just so off. But
it makes it awkward.
I make my stamp signature. Lord forbid I pass away from here today or tomorrow. Y'all gonna remember this. You're gonna remember that.
I gotta make sure I got the right hand.
Just tuck the thumb. See,
tuck the thumb.
Yeah,
that's hard because I'm used to doing the Vulcan thing. Okay,
See, when you do this, when you do that, that means you know how to drink milk with your fingers. No, it's really what he did, Mark and Mindy. When you tuck the thumb, that's the village. So anyway, respect. So my point is with that, look, you're gonna have folks also too. This is another thing, right? And again, this is all what I'm speaking about right now in a general sense, because it's just something that I peep and notice, and I just want to give my man Alkaline something. So look, right? Another reason why people also going to try to maybe twist your words or what you're going through, right? Let's just say your circumstance.
Right.
Because it's whether it's huge to you, whether you recognize it in the totality and the maximum of what it consists of, they see you as something. And when you're around folks that see you as something and they don't see themselves as much of something, maybe, folks don't like that. When you actually consist of something, when you actually have like real value, people can't stand that shit for real. People don't like that. People don't like the fact that you really do shine and glow. People hate the fact that they want to be able to say that you ain't shit for real, but every time you produce yourself, it's of substance.
Yeah.
People are not gonna like that shit.
They
want to be able to see what those people were trying to do to you, from what at least my view, what they're trying to do to you is they want to go ahead and they want to set a narrative, a tone about who you are. And when you, more times than not, almost all the time, you don't prove what they try to make you out to be, that pisses people off. Because it's like, yo, I'm spewing a narrative about you. I'm telling folks that you ain't shit. Now here you are shining. Here you are producing a better light of yourself. Here you are not living up to what it is that I'm trying to tell people that you are. You know what you do then, Alkaline? Stay right there on what the bottom of that screen says scrolling. Stay a purpose-driven man.
Yep.
And because you know how you hush up all the haters? Through what it is that you succeed in. Shut them up through your quiet actions that will be so loud because they can't help but to see it. Why? Because they want to know that you're doing bad, and when they check in on you and they see that you all right, that's what keeps them at bay. Stay on your purpose.
Just sometimes I can find it frustrating. I'm pretty sure you'll understand this. It's just sometimes I can find it so frustrating that, you know, you stay driven. You stay being the person you are.
Right.
You stick to your laurels.
Right.
You know? And no matter what you do, they keep picking and picking and picking. There is a point. There is, you know, at least maybe it's just me, but sometimes there's just a breaking point. And like when I did that video, the one that I want you to see, the live that I did, it was my breaking point.
You want me to pull it up now?
You don't have to pull it now. You do it at your, you know, when you're ready. No, you're not. I don't.
All right, so watch
this.
this.
About me.
You're gonna learn something about Smitty. We free men over here. If I see something, I look. So this is gonna be that last window. I'm gonna see if you come in or not. You want me to pull the video up now?
Yeah, you can if you want.
All right, there we go. See how simple that is? Let's go. So I'm gonna go to your channel, right? See, men, we keep it simple. All right, so let me go to your channel. I did just subscribe to you. Hold on, where you at? Tell me the name of your channel again, please.
Electro Jed.
Electro, is it one word?
Yeah, it's one word. ELECTROJED.
JED.
Yeah.
Got you. All right, so hold on. All right, so hold on. Here we go right here. Give me, watch this. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. And you tell me where to go. You just navigate me, sir. And we'll go ahead and we'll break this down. All right, so what am I going to?
Go to live.
Live.
Go to live.
All right. Which one?
And it's that last one. The
right here?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, now,
No
are there,
just a dark side.
I don't think I ever got paid, you know.
Hold on. So help me kind of narrate. I mean navigating in a pinpoint, right? So, you know, because
right.
So let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna just kind of play. You tell me where.
I said Sif.
Right around here?
Right? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead from right here and I'm gonna listen to what you got. All right.
Actually, go a minute before that, because there's an explanation to why I gave the stream the title I gave.
Right here.
Wow. Boy,
right
these
here?
people could talk a whole lot of.
Right there.
Let me think. Yeah, that should work. Try it. Like a goddamn, like he's anorexic, talking about he's tough and that he can beat everybody's ass. Let me see. Let me count the score here. Since I've known him, all right, I have been to a boxing match.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you. All right. So hold on. Let me do this here. Bow.
Mm.
I'm going to ask you. Do you want to put a name on it, or do you want to just?
The name will come up. The name will come up a couple of times.
All right. Oh, then say less. I digress. My mic is muted.
What's up, Angry Mexican? I have been to Florida when he said that he was going to beat my ass if I showed up. I'm going to show that clip in a second. I've been to LA where Delta Dawn said that he wanted me dead and he wanted to kick my ass. All these motherfuckers want to kick my ass, but when I'm there in their town, what happens?
Nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen. Wow.
So you actually be pulling up?
Yeah, I mean, I went
You
to.
actually
I pulled up. Yeah, I pulled up. But I didn't pull up for violence. That's the thing.
Look, I don't care why you pulled up. All I'm gonna say is a lot of people say pull up, and they be faking. I'm just saying you actually went to the cities.
Yes.
I ain't got shit to say to that. Okay. Now that's dangerous.
Yes.
Be careful. Okay. It don't always work out how you think it's gonna work out.
Oh, I know.
That could be your last flight or drive.
Exactly. That's
But I gotta salute the heart though. I mean, how can I say anything against the man who says I'm pulling up and you're actually there? Let's go.
Boy, these people be talking a whole lot of mad shit. Now, first of all, how you doing, Andrew Mexican? I'm not a tough guy, nor do I pretend to be a tough guy. All right, my tough guy days are well in the past. But I'm a man. I'm a man in every sense of the word. My word is my bond. Jedi, you have.
I see why you wanted me to watch this now.
What?
I'm starting to see it. I see it. Okay. I get you on that. Before I push play,
I hope it's not a bad thing that you think.
No. Like I'm getting, like, I see the connection and why you said my live earlier, and now what I'm hearing you say, I'm seeing the connection. I know you said no. I get it. Yeah, that's a real big thing to me. It is. It's a real big thing to me. Like
you're nothing without your word. You're nothing without your word.
Life, yo. When I was dusted, I mean, literally, I was dusty. Like, if you smack my coat, you might cough. Like, remember when I was at a very low point in life, and you know what got me by? My word. There were certain places I was able to go to, and because of who they know me to be before I got to that point, it said, "Nah, we got you, Smith." And I swear on life. And it was only it was just a few. But man, when I tell you that kept me going, and I always made sure I repaid that. I always made sure I paid homage. And I was humble about that. Like, that's just something that's a real thing. And the reason why I made it is because of my word. My word is everything.
That's the way I was brought up. If you can't, first of all, don't make a promise you can't keep.
Come on now.
You know? Do not make a promise you can't keep. And if you're gonna make a promise that you're not sure, you better put those stipulations in there and tell them, look, I'm gonna do what I can do to make this happen.
Right.
But your word is all. That's all a man has.
That's all we got, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, like, when if your pockets turn into rabbit ears, if your friend circle turns into nothing, whatever it is, I promise you, what gets us by a lot of times in life is our word. You want to know why? Because it's not just we're able to sound convincing about something. Our word gets us by because the ones who actually get it, it's because of the action that they know we put behind it, and like they know the track record. The people who know you for your word generally are the people who know you in person. Like,
exactly,
they're around you. Like, you know what I'm saying? These aren't people online seeing you from afar. These are the people like, nah, let you come to my community. I guarantee you the energy, the frequency is totally different. And everything you thought you knew about this person, nah. So I get you on that because the word is very, very deep rooted. Let's go.
Your fucking word isn't worth shit. Every time you've given your word, you've let everybody and anybody down, especially me.
And Alkaline, as I'm playing it, let me know when you want me to pause your video, when you want to tap in on something and expand.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, let me know when you want me to hit pause. All right, I'm gonna just let it rock out.
Still haven't said this shit. that you told me in private. Still haven't done it. But you went ahead and told private stuff out. Yeah. So my mother-in-law bought my house. Aw. You feeling some sort of way about that? Pause it. All right. There's some explanation here. I spoke with this individual, right? This is how I am. If I use my Cash App. I put my Cash App up there, and I only put it up there if I feel that if I've created something specifically for that stream. And if I want to put the word, if somebody wants to donate, that's fine, but you're not obligated to. I always say that. All right, but I hardly ever put my Cash App up there because I'm having fun. I'm not going to ask people to give me money because I'm having fun.
Not you. Keep going. I was talking to Sugar Bomb.
No, you were muted. You didn't.
Yeah. My bad. No. She was saying, "Who's this?" Now, Sugar Bomb. This is my buddy Alkaline. All right, you know what I'm saying. My homie from Puerto Rico. All right. ¿Qué pasó, primo? All right. So, he is telling us about, he came up here to vent, and he wants to tell us about an incident he's going through. I don't know everything. It's your first time. It's my first time. So we're just going to keep on letting them tell the story. Alkaline, go ahead, get right back to him. We're going to pull your video back up, let you vent, pause, so on and so forth. Let's go.
So him and I, or like I told you earlier, the conversations, if we're having a private conversation, we're talking on the phone, I don't repeat our conversation. And that's how I was treating him. I shouldn't have to say, and don't let anybody know this. That should be a given. When we're talking personal, we're talking personal.
I shouldn't have to say you brush your teeth before you leave the house.
Thank you. Yeah. So I had now that it's out there already, so it don't matter. But I'm the type of person, when I put my Cash App out there, I put it out if I invested any kind of time and effort into a stream. If I want to get a message across, I'll put the Cash App up there. Fine. Boom. When I do that and people donate, I give them credit. Now, when I was living in the house.
Isn't that what we're supposed to do? If somebody who does not have to give you their hard-earned money and donate 20, 200, whatever it may be.
Exactly.
Should we not roof them? I don't understand.
Exactly. And that's what I did. My thing is, I didn't want nobody looking online for my family. So here's what I did. My mother-in-law paid for the majority of this land and this house. But a bunch of people did donate, 20, 30, 100 here. So one person donated like $400. So I told everybody.
Real quick, Alkaline, I'm sorry, real quick. The person that you're speaking of, is this a because it's going to help me also with what I'm listening to. Is this somebody that for the most part just kind of hops on panels and be in a chat, or is this also fellow content creator?
This is also a content creator.
Go ahead. Okay, so go ahead. All right, go ahead.
So when I said that, finally bought this house and blah, 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 I was proud. I was happy. I got, I owned my house. I've owned the land and I'm happy. And I said, I told everyone, this is due to donations. When I went live, this is due to donations. People donated to help me get this, and I wanted to show my appreciation. Now I wouldn't put my mother-in-law's name up there because, I don't want people bothering her because then they, you know how that works. So I left a blanket statement. I said, thank you everybody for all the help y'all given me, and that's how I put it. But he knew how much my mother-in-law donated. And what does he say? Because he's mad at me and we're beefing, he's telling her, oh, your mother-in-law bought that house. Your mother-in-law bought that land. and your wife is there. And he thinks that my wife works and I don't work. Whatever, I don't give a hell. You know, I do work. Well, I did work, not now, but I did work back then. Not that I have to explain it to him, but this is the person. This is how I am, and he just goes out and blurts that. You know, that's when I knew this guy cannot. This is not a man. When he did that is when I realized that was a lost cause. But not yet. Please continue the video.
All right. And with that being said,
my mic is muted.
And it did help with the money for the house, but are you mad because somebody bought the house for me, bought the land for me? Does that upset you? Why does my finances bother you?
Hi, Stormy.
Hi, Stormy. How you doing, sweetheart?
Sorry, just wanted to say hi.
Oh, no worries.
I didn't mean to interrupt your. But anyway.
You got a lot to say about other people, and then God forbid anyone else that you consider a subordinate have anything to say. That's.
Let me ask this question real quick, so just so I can get a better feel of things and what I'm listening to, right? And maybe even those who are listening as well. So, were you all like part of the same network? Was this like a partnership that went sour? Like, were you all cool before, or was it always your arch nemesis? Give me a relationship.
I considered him a friend. I actually considered him a friend, even though we had never met each other. We were planning on meeting each other in person. Right. Even though we never got a chance to meet each other, I considered this guy a friend because we just hit it off. We talked a lot, and I would go to his streams, and I would be a regular on his streams. And then he started this one thing called Elbows of the 80s, and we talked wrestling, right? We talked wrestling, and I was one of his 4 horsemen. When I say his, we all hung out, and the 4 of us did this stream together all the time. So we were the 4. Everyone knew us as the 4 horsemen, and it was a pretty tight knit group. And it's not tight knit anymore because he's by himself now, and the other 3, myself included, are just doing our own thing. But when we congregated, we usually congregated.
The band broke up.
Right, the band broke up. Yeah. But when we congregated, it was usually on his channel. But we did it quite a few times on my channel too, and on the other Horseman's channel. So that lays the groundwork. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go and get back to the video. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and listen to more. You let me know when you want me to pause.
Yeah, that's insubordinate. You can't do that. That's against the rules.
They'll charge you with insubordination.
I don't know if you heard that, but
They'll charge you with insubordination.
They'll charge you with insubordination. And I sliced you in half at the fucking gut. Didn't that hurt enough? Yeah.
I like Darth Maul. Don't do that.
Well, I'm
Don't
sorry,
do
but
that.
that's the best analogy I can use because he got cut down. That's right, Jedi. I cut you down whether you like it or not. So get the fuck over it and leave my goddamn name out your motherfucking mouth. Sorry about all the cussing.
Look, my thing is, as long as I work on not cussing. See, I have a personal mission. What you do is what you do. So let me ask you this. So what exactly, to leave my name out your mouth, in a nutshell, or however much you want to elaborate, what exactly is like being said about you? Because you did mention that, your name is being dragged through the mud, so on and so forth. What exactly is being said about you, if you don't mind saying?
All right. I am being called a liar,
Okay.
I've been my wife. He makes comments on my wife's physical appearance, on my wife's attitude. He constantly is talking shit about me wherever he goes.
Okay.
No matter what panel he goes on, I'm his content. He's constantly talking about me. And it's just as vile as you can imagine it to be. He talks about he calls me a pill popping junkie. Okay, I do take my prescription medication because I have to. I'm sorry if my life depends on it, and if I'm in pain, I'm gonna take my pain medication that I got legally through a doctor, through a pain clinic. There's a reason why would they have those. And if you knew the hoops I had to go through to be able to get into that pain clinic, you'd shut the fuck up. But, so he just constantly going at me every chance he gets.
Okay. All right. Got you. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to the video. Let's see what we got.
Shit. Because I'll tell you right now, Katie
That's
got
pretty fucking hypocritical.
Yeah, it's very hypocritical because Katie got a fucking opinion on that. And I'm no longer stopping Katie from saying her true fucking feelings. I've been stopping her from saying
That's your lady?
the one that's on the mic with me there. Yeah.
I'm as I'm listening.
I do need to say this though. The comment I just made. Katie has had opinions about this whole situation, and I tell my wife, I said, listen, let's not, because all that'll do is just flame this up. Let's just don't say anything, because I'd rather everybody, I don't want anyone going at my wife. Not now. If you start that now, I'll put you in the crate. Anyway. I don't want anyone. I don't want if there's going to be any friction, I'd rather it come at me and not towards my wife. So I asked Katie politely, please don't say anything. But trust me, she has opinions. And I just let it be known I'm not going to stop her from voicing her opinions anymore. Not that I could stop her. She just respected my wishes. So I just wanted to explain that real quick.
Thank you for that. I appreciate you, Alkaline. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to the video.
What the fuck she wants? I've been telling everybody, oh, she likes you. Oh, she loves you. Just so that, everything can be smoothed over. I ain't doing that shit no more.
A select few I like, by the way. Very select few.
You motherfuckers, man. Y'all need to fucking check yourselves.
Before you wreck yourselves.
When you have a fucking conversation with somebody and somebody calls you and talks to you and they're telling you that there's something wrong going on, they don't want to hear your fucking story that's supposed to... Your story's always got to be worse than the story that's being told to you. You got it.
So basically, if I'm not mistaken, you're describing that you're basically trying to talk to a friend or someone close and vent, and then they always turn it about themselves.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
You gotta do a level of up.
It's a pity contest.
Fucking pity party, exactly.
Contest.
Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? What do you call it? The fucking the pity Olympics. What the fuck? Grow the fuck up.
That's a good one. Pity Olympics.
And finished and very...
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me go back because you done pulled up a goddamn video. All right, so explain to us what we're about to see, sir.
Give me 1 second, my wife just... I'm sorry. My wife was talking to me about something.
Family first, sir.
Yeah, this is what the video is about to come up, right, is
Are you talking? Are you? You're
is my mic not on?
now it is. Yeah,
Alright.
no, you.
Alright.
I want to make sure everything you're saying being heard.
I do 3D printing. All right.
Okay.
I make designs, or sometimes I copy designs off of free websites, and I augment it a little bit here and there, right? And
I might need to talk to you. Go ahead.
so we're trying to get, he puts his Cash App up there all the time. I don't care, that's fine. Let him put it up there. And I told him, look, I gave him a Deadpool 3D print. I put a lot of work into it because I made sure that all the leather, on the 3D print, I wanted it to look authentic, so I made sure that everything looked good. And then all you had to do was paint over it, basically like a paint by numbers, because everything, like even letters on the 3D print, are raised. So all you got to do is cover the letters, right? So I sent him this, and I said, why don't you paint it, and then auction it off, and then put it towards your channel, all right? And that's you'll see the rest come up when I bring it up. So go ahead, you can go on with that.
All right, and so this infamous dude, that's who we about to see.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the whole villain of Arkham Asylum. Let's go.
Play this.
Yo, Jedi, or Jay, you have to upgrade.
Look.
A very beautiful and finished and very well detailed Deadpool. Now,
mind you, he's talking about a very detailed. He's saying a very detailed, like he put.
Now, hold on, just because. Hold on, wait a minute, because my audience, some people might be confused. All right, so first of all, are you all into the whole like collectors and like the like buying, to assemble collectors of figures and stuff, the stands and everything? Is that what he's? Is that or?
He's a collector. He's a collector. He actually buys figures and figurines.
Yeah.
And then he does little, what do you call it?
I know what those are. Yeah, because those are actually, just for people who don't know, those be like worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah, but see, that is the print.
So don't think he's just a grown man holding up a toy or something. Like
yeah. No, some of those collectibles, some of them things are actually worth money. I have collectibles, but I don't have figures. I have cars and pop figures and stuff like that I collect, that I'm planning to display on that wall right behind me. I'm gonna make that whole wall an entertainment center with a bunch of shelves to put my stuff on. So a lot of us collect stuff, and he's a collector, so, and I respect that.
Right.
But yeah, he is a collector, and he does he takes video footage with certain scenes on it on his channel, and that's, in my opinion, that's quite innovative, and it's a good idea. And I did this. I made him this because I knew he would like it. So yeah, you can let it go from here. You'll see what's going on there.
All right, let's go.
Put something on there. The only thing he did was paint, and apparently it took him 15 hours to paint this thing.
Yeah, it looks very detailed, but did he use a shaky hand?
Where is it?
All right.
Where is it? Here we go.
I'm going to show you where the detail is.
Perfectly done. Beautiful acrylic, and it's also protected. It's got all sorts of paint apps on it, shades, everything. Everybody hit the like button on the way in.
What the fuck is a paint app? Just out of curiosity, what the fuck is a paint app?
So basically, all right, so if I can get this straight. So basically, you feel as if like this guy's been like, for the most part, like hating on you?
Oh yeah, he's been hating on me. At this point, we're close as fuck. At this point, the video you're seeing, him and I are tight. His attitude towards me is going to be very nice, and he's not going to say nothing bad about me. What's going on now, that's back in 2021.
So you guys are cool.
We were cool then. Not now.
Okay, so not now. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
All right. So these videos that you have in here, these are primarily you speaking about
What had happened in the past, and I was using this because there's a whole story to that video. You'll hear it in detail. You'll hear the whole story because then you're gonna start. You might just get a little upset. Seriously.
Nah, I can't afford it. I gotta preserve every last ringing drop of peace of mind I can possibly.
And I understand that. You could be you could be subscribed to him and subscribe to me. I don't care. But do me a favor, whoever's in here. I don't want to know if this motherfucker's talking shit. Because then I got to do this shit again. And I'm
Right there, I like that comment real quick. Right there it says just call them. And I'm a big proponent of that. Whenever you're going through something, such as circumstances like this. So let me ask you this, and this is just a man to man real quick, right? Before this live took place, was there an attempt or was there a discussion that was had behind the scenes?
I had tried to talk with him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Dozens of times.
Mhm.
I didn't want it to come to this. I don't like doing this. That's the thing. I dislike this. I just got so fed up with it. I got so tired of it because this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Not necessarily what's being. This isn't this what I'm showing now is an example of how close we were.
Right.
And then for it to go as far south as it did, and then for him to say the stuff that he said and deny the truth and then call me a liar, it just got to the point where my brain and my heart were not in the same place. They were just not in the same. My heart was broken and my brain was thinking fury.
Okay.
So that's and it sucks. I know people might say, "Oh, that's gay. Your heart is broken because no, that's not it."
Gray.
Friendship for me.
Gray. The color's gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, the color's gray. Go ahead though.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, just let it go because you'll see. I don't want to say too much because it'll explain itself.
Let's go.
Done. I've been done. I'm tired of crucifying this motherfucker. It's boring.
I don't know where'd you go.
He's the beta calling everybody else a beta. That's what he is. He's the beta calling everybody else a beta. He reminds me, what's that cartoon, right? What are we gonna do, boss? What are we gonna do? Let's go get him, boss. Let's go get him. Like, he's the fucking little sidekick.
UFO Cafe.
What's up, UFO?
The messed up milk dud.
Meth up milk dud motherfucker. All right. I'm sorry I take long breaks when I say this stuff. 90s because I was fucking.
Nah, Alkaline, you don't take breaks, sir. You just retire and then you come back from retirement and then start the discussion again. That's why I'm trying to. It's okay though. It's okay.
Fucking sick. But let me show you why I was sick. Here. Let me show you why I was sick. This is the time that I was sick. Let me add this video on here real quick. Let's see what we got going on. I got some went off. All right. I'm giving a timeline right now.
So what are we looking at right here?
What we're looking at is a timeline. He stopped talking to me because I had you know, I was sick, right? And I couldn't show up for his last episode of Elbows of the 80s, and he was going to start Leg Drops of the 90s, you know, the new season, right? We were all into it, man. Seriously. It's like,
man, go ahead.
but you know, I was showing a timeline, and this is a timeline where you know, I'm saying, and you can hear it you'll hear it in my voice how shitty I sound, and then I'm going to show pictures of me when I was in the hospital, and these are the time. That was the time that he thought that I was ignoring him. No, I was just physically sick, and I'm an older dude, and I have ailments. And
so he's hold on, wait a minute. So no, bump all of the wherever you're older and all of that stuff. So we definitely got to keep this on man time. So it's a grown man who is having feelings of being neglected from another grown man, and you are a whole grown ass man with a family and a wife.
Yes.
So he's you know this so he's on some like, why you not answering my calls after the first date type mode?
Kind of sounds that way. And he uses this one word that I don't think he mean. I don't think it means what he thinks it means. He uses subordinate because he constantly calls me insubordinate.
Yeah, alkaline. Both of you guys are grown men. See, this is my main point, and this ain't no shot to either and no. Y'all are grown men. Like, you got a whole wife, everything. I don't know what his life circumstances or what have you. I don't speak on people that I don't know. I'm just saying, like, so yeah, nah, this is wild. Let me just push play and see what's going on with this. But yeah, I'm listening.
I'm sorry.
I can't hear nothing.
I know. Let it play. It'll get louder. I'm sorry. I was mumbling. You can't understand what I'm saying, but that's how bad I was.
But I have been up and down on my medication. I just saw the video right now. You seem very upset. I got a call. Somebody mad. Jedi's mad at you. What for? I knew. I'm sorry I couldn't do the elbows in the 80s and then the leg drops in the 90s because
I so I see the dog try to step in like, look, nigga, you too quiet. Let me go ahead and talk for you real quick. So why don't you go ahead and tell us what you were saying, Alkaline? Because I promise you, yeah.
Yeah, I know you can't hear that. Hold on a second.
All right. This is a hell of a something. I wasn't expecting this. I definitely do like to make it clear that though. It is a platform for folks to go ahead, come up, get their little issues off and vent. But and
I apologize about that. I just put the dog back.
Real quick. And this seems lighthearted enough. I mean, this ain't no real nothing. I mean, you know, the guy he's beefing with does action figure, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So at least it ain't nothing that's all like life or death. So I do appreciate that, Alkaline. Thank you for not bringing like something really like, you know what I'm saying? So I
get it. You know, I
will listen to this.
Like that, I wouldn't even ask you. I would say no, don't play it. I would just have you watch it on your own.
Yeah, I done lived through too much. I don't even want to reenact no shit like that.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So what you got? So
what I was saying
here, because I can't.
Yeah. What I was saying is I just heard that you did. I told him I heard you did a video. You were upset with me that I didn't show up and that you were dissing me. I said, look, man, I was sick. I had my medication. I've been up and down on the medication. They're adjusting it, and it's affecting my body. And I ended up in the hospital. So, it was really bad. I even had to have surgery. So it's like I was explaining to him what happened. because he had already did a fucking video that was he just flamed the hell out of me. So instead of making a reaction video to it, I called him. I left him a message on IG to explain what was going on. That's all I was doing, because I'd rather take care of it behind the scenes and deal with it like adults instead of doing this stupid beef shit over the internet.
Right. And that's definitely something that I do agree with. So I do get you. I do get you on that. It's much better to just go ahead and kind of just talk things through, hash things out behind the scenes and stuff like that, as opposed to like keep on throwing shots at somebody and trying to do little subliminal stuff or being out front direct about the disrespect about to a person. So if you're being disrespected, then you know that's not something that should be out front. Now let me ask you this. I have to ask, because we got to make sure, because he's not here to defend himself, right? Mm-hmm. Have you ever like came out and made some kind of video about him? So let me ask you this. Everything that he's doing, what prompted it?
Everything that the first thing that prompted it is me not showing up. Right. And then when I tried calling him and he didn't answer and stuff like that, I said, all right. So I thought, I lost a friend. That's when I went through the depression mode, and Katie was worried about, my wife was worried about me. And she called him. And then he did a diss video on my wife. And then he wanted nothing to do with me. And I wouldn't go at him. I didn't go at him at all. I just let it be until we started talking again. It just kept on. And then we started talking again. But this time I was worried and I knew what would happen. So I didn't. We'll just say I didn't trust him the way I trusted him before, but I let it go. You understand? I let it go.
Right.
Then another thing happened. I went into a different community, gave my honest opinion on something that was going on in that community, and he lost his shit. Talking about, you could have started a sector war on YouTube? Really?
Yeah, no, it happens. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, yeah, sector wars are real. I ain't gonna lie. I've never been in one, but you know, because of some very prominent people that I like to follow, I definitely have had a very, very nice little look into what they call sector cyber wars on YouTube.
Okay. Well, I didn't hear about that until
real deal docs show up at folks' houses, all kinds of stuff. Oh, it's vicious. It gets real vicious.
So moving forward, we communicated, but then this whole thing happened, and then he wanted nothing else to do with me. Fine, cool. But then the disses started coming in again, and it just got worse and worse. And then finally, I struck back. And you'll see a clip of that video of when I stopped, because I put it on here. It's also on this one. Of how I struck back. But when I strike back, I like having receipts. I love having receipts. So all I did was I took his video, let him talk, and I do what you're doing now. I'll pause it and react and respond to what he had to say, and then let it go.
And I thought you were going to say twist my hair. Oh, okay, good.
No, but I do exactly what you're doing now. Right now, we'll commentate on it and then let it play. You don't go back, you don't go forward. You could just let it play, and that's what I did. And with that, basically, I was told, and I don't care, because I just wanted it to be over. I was told, "Damn, you crucified him." Well, whatever. Okay, fine. I just don't want him talking about me no more, and definitely not talking about my wife. Then the cruise happened when I ended up going to Florida. A friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, paid for me and my wife to go on this cruise that him and the other three horsemen were going to go on and meet. This is going to be their second cruise, my first one. And I kept telling them, I don't know, I don't feel good about taking. That's I didn't pay for anything. I feel bad. I don't want this.
Keep going.
And I said I don't want to go, and they convinced me to go. So then I said, all right, I'll go. Now, me and Jedi were talking at the time. We were talking. When it came closer to the date of the cruise, I had purchased a weapon because they know I like collecting guns. I love weapons, and I bought myself a shotgun. It's a bullpup,
Let's not
AGI.
get too stirred off from the topic because I want to make sure we stay on point.
Right. So I bought this weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and I mentioned it in our little group chat, and he said, "Oh, that's cool." It was cool. And then a couple of days later, that's when our big rift happened, and he started talking mad shit.
Right.
And I had mentioned that since he's been letting information out that shouldn't have been let out, if I get doxxed, it wouldn't surprise me if Jedi let my dox go. And so I said, if you're going to dox me, I pulled up the weapon. I said, the difference between you and
You're
me
not about to show no guns on here, right?
No, I'm not going to. No, I'm not.
Okay.
But in the video, I'll warn you before it comes up, because in the video, I do show the clip where I pulled up the gun and I said, if anyone comes to my house with bad intentions, I feel sorry for them. But in no way, shape, or form did I direct the threat at him. I said, I don't want nobody coming to my house with bad intentions.
Let's just listen and see what we got then.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the video. So let's get past this because we can't hear a damn thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. You good. That's how I talk. That's just how I talk. It's that Maryland shit.
To fight my fucking battles. But let me just show you something else. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. You can go. No. Pause it. The gun's gonna come up. The gun's gonna come up here.
Come on out. You know what? Are you sure? Let me go ahead and look behind here. He said, let me show you something like Fire Marshal Bill. All right, so is this where there's going to be multiple picks?
Let me see. What number? What number are you at? What's the time?
Hold on. Nah, you all right. I just checked it out. You all right.
Where is it at? I'm gonna have to share screens on this one. Oh no, I'm showing the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jay, I ain't playing conversations. At least I ain't playing your conversations.
Okay, so
notice that I'm respecting that.
So this right.
Him on the fucking hospital.
You show that
Justification, or I would just say, "Oh, I hope everything's going." He would say, "Listen, don't talk about Jedi with me because I'm not getting the timeline." And this is, I called him.
Oh, you can go ahead and break down to us. So, what exactly are we looking at right here? What is this right here?
This is my TikTok channel, right? And this is the timeline, right, of when I didn't call him and I couldn't show up for elbows of the 80s and leg drops of the 90s. This is the timeline. And this is what was going on in my life at the time. I was still doing videos, but from the hospital bed. I was trying to show him a timeline. This is the time you're bitching that I didn't show up because I couldn't be in front of my computer and I didn't want to do it over the phone. I was just showing a timeline is all. That's all that is.
Oh shit, my bad. I was on mute. I said so we just going to kind of skip through this, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
explain to me what this video is. Nah, that's not your fault. I was on
This is the thing that I told you that I do like you do. I just let his video play and then I respond to it.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Or I decided to go. This is when I said no, I'm not going. Because he threatened her. And then the fellas kept convincing, and then Katie said she wanted to go. Am I lying?
Mm-mm.
Said, please tell them. I don't want them thinking I'm telling you what to say.
No,
Tell them your side.
No, yeah, I was kind of nervous about going because of all that.
Yeah.
But eventually I did decide to go, and I had fun.
Right.
I'm glad I went.
And did you had fun? I had fun.
Yeah.
We made lifelong memories there.
Mm-hmm.
If Jedi would have went, we weren't gonna pick on him. We weren't gonna fuck with him. But Jedi, this is the first one. And that video is still up. From the T sector, he'll drop you guys like a bad fucking habit or a hot potato. Just saying.
So on that note.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I'm just asking you. So on that note, right? Do you see there being resolved? Do you believe that you can talk these things through with him?
I think at that point, no. But at the very least, it could have been extinguished. We wouldn't communicate with each other, but we wouldn't have to be button heads. Right. We could just like peacefully just go our own way. That was the best I could, in my head, that was the best I could hope for. Before then, I was really wanting to fix the relationship, at least where we were cordial and friendly to each other. But he made it more than abundantly clear that he didn't want that, and he kept going and going and going. And it's like, it just hit the head. It hit that point where I got tired. But my question, after you see this, my question to you is, what could I have done differently? Was this an effort in futility, and should I have not done it? Because honestly, I'm still in conflict with myself of whether I should have done this or not.
Okay. My bad. I apologize.
Oh, no worries.
Eating some cheeses.
Yeah, I just had some. What would you call those? Oh, the Fritos, and I had some hot bean dip with it. Ooh, yeah, buddy.
Should you or should you have not done it? That is based upon one thing. During the moment that you did it, did you say, you know what? Gloves is off. That's it. Because what I'm saying is things like this, like we know the internet lasts forever, right? So it's like one of them things, like once you declare war, did you declare war? And now do you regret declaring war? Let's start there.
Oh, he had declared war.
He really did essentially do that with that live.
Mm-hmm.
You were venting, but that's still declaring war.
Right. That's a good question. To be completely honest, that's a real good question. When I always tell myself never do anything when you're emotional. I try to practice that as much as possible. Not that we all fail, and I failed because I was emotional when I did this because I was tired of it. I got fed up, and I felt as though I was taking the high road, and I'm done taking the high road.
Okay.
That's where my mindset was at. But I'm the type I always question, damn, maybe I should have stayed on the high road and maybe this will calm down. But then it just never does.
Do you believe that possibly the reason why it kept going because so first let me ask you this. Now that you showed us that, now that we see a much better view in the totality of this,
Mhm.
what would you say is your part to play in it? So let's start there so we can extend it. So your part
You know
first.
what? That's an even better question because I know I have a huge part to play in this.
Okay.
My part to play is where the most damage was done. All right. I had a feeling when he invited me to go over into the T sector, because a lot of this has to do with that.
What is, I mean, I mean, do you want to tell me what is
In the
T?
T sector, it's a sector where they talk about Jaguar Wright a lot, and Jaguar Wright is she
Okay,
got
okay, gotcha.
you know.
Say less, say less.
Anyway, that T sector, they pounce on each other all the time, and I watched that, and he went over there, and I really didn't like the crowd, right? But he tried to tell me to go over there, right? Because they pimp your Cash App out there, and they donate and stuff like that. I said, yeah, but I don't pimp my Cash App out. I just didn't like the crowd. But then I went over there, right? And when I went over there, I was just being me. I like being funny. I like being comedic, and and I'll try to say a funny thing to get people because those girls, those people were fucking they too serious.
Your
And,
asset is your humor.
huh?
Your asset is your humor.
Yes.
I
And
get it.
I think the biggest role is not listening to my instinct and just stay away. Instead, I went in and I was being me, and it clashed with what I guess his goals were.
Okay.
And honestly, if I could take that one event back, I probably would. Although I have met a few people in that sector that I like and I talk to this day.
Right.
That are genuinely good people. And those people, a lot of those people that I met over there, they donated to my friend's GoFundMe when he was murdered. Dude,
Delete it.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Unalived?
You're okay. Go ahead, keep going.
All right. Anyway,
I just try to correct it,
yeah, no problem. And these people, both from the boxing sector and from the T sector, a few of them donated. And
you said boxing sector?
yeah, I'm from. I usually hang out in the YTBC, the YouTube boxing community.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then there is the T sector. This is the sector war that he thought I was going to start.
Okay. All right.
But I met some good people, and these people, they helped my friend's family out with the funeral and stuff. They donated up to $1,500, dude. You know how much that meant?
Let me ask you this question. So when everything was kicking off and you guys were getting real cool and stuff, what was like I don't know if you want to call it end game, but like what was like the goal? What were you all trying to start something and collab? Were you all trying to build your own little something and it fell apart? Like, or were you all just cool?
I think we were more cool than anything else, but Jedi wants to make a career out of this.
Okay.
He's looking to make money off of YouTube. I done already tried that and I gave up on it. I just want to have fun. Right. So I'm the type of person that I'm used to. You know who Abbott and Costello is, right?
I've heard the name, yes.
Yeah, Abbott and Costello. They're a comedy duo.
Yep.
Right. One's tall and the other one's short and pudgy, and I like that dynamic. So I usually put myself in the position of the comic relief. I usually set myself up to be picked on, you know, for comedic relief. Like my wife is going to beat me with the chancla. Oh no, you know, that type of shit. And I'm comfortable. I can laugh at myself.
Right.
You know, so I'm used to that dynamic. And Jedi was used to. He's a very quick-witted. He got jokes. He's very quick-witted, and he comes out with zingers all the time. I don't come out with zingers. I'm the one that can laugh at himself and put himself in a situation that's comedic. So I like that dynamic, and that's how the dynamic went with us. And he took it to now now he's putting it in a level where it's weakness. No, that's just the way I like to be, to entertain people. Don't mistake the man and mix him up with the comedian. You know, and he mixed him up real bad.
So what would you say?
My biggest part in this whole thing, I'm sorry, my biggest part is I should have listened to my gut instinct and not get involved with the T sector, because that's where the biggest problem started between him and I. That's when the nail was set in a coffin permanently.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Like, so when it comes to, I just got like 2 or 3 more questions for you. So like when it comes to like actually you all as being cool and everything, like were you all real tight for a long time, or did you only know these people for a short amount of time? Because I know
we were tight for a few years, like 5 years, 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so this is like some years time, and then finally y'all went on ahead and fell out. Okay. All right. And do you believe that there could be like so let me ask you this. If he said, hey, you know, he apologizes, everything is cool, would you go ahead and be cool with him again?
The only place that our relationship can get to is is it called cordiality? No, that's not the right word. The best it could be is we'll be cordial to each other, but we'll never be friends.
Okay.
I could never trust a person that said the vile things he said about my wife. Nah, and not after that. I've never mentioned his family.
That's right.
You know, that's disrespectful to the max.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so you don't think you can ever be cool with him? If
But
he
I want to be respectful to him. You know, hey, hello.
So you're saying that you would still do lives with him or something like that? You still would do panels with him?
No. I wouldn't go on a panel with him. I don't want fights to start. I would avoid a panel with him.
Got you. And I do believe that.
Is that bad, or you
no?
think
I was going to say that that's possibly the safest thing. I mean, listen, considering what it is and everything that you just showed us up here and everything, and honestly, like I'm skimming through it, like that's not even the entire tire. So, you know, but it's more than enough, right? It's more than enough for us to get a good gist of things. So, wow. So. Right here. Oh, I didn't even see that. So Cyrax even actually, she said, what was he against or disagreed with you? Yeah, I mean, see, that's the main thing that I'm trying to figure out. Like on his end, what really is it that, so you told me, matter of fact, thank you. Because matter of fact, wow, I'm glad that comment was there. So I asked you what was your part to play, and you definitely came out and you told us what your part to play was. So what would you say on your end, right, as the receiver of what is taking place with him? What would you say is how you felt you were wronged? How do you felt wronged on your end? Now that you told us what you on your part, how do you feel wrong?
I think the most egregious thing is the comments about my wife. The comments and videos and about my wife. I really don't care what anyone says about me, because my attitude is it's the internet. But why involve my wife?
Because they know that's the best way to get to you.
Yeah, that's exactly.
if he only stayed talking about you, you might hop up on the panel with him again. But because he crossed that barrier and he transgressed those boundaries, or that those what we call the point of no return, right?
Mhm.
You see how my hand in the circle, and he went like that. I mean, he went like
Yeah.
that, boom, and he went into the outer limits, right?
Yeah.
So I get it on that point. But go ahead.
There, you know, I did say that he scammed me, in which technically he did. If you look at it, no, technically, not allegedly. Technically, he did scam me because the part of the story you haven't heard yet, and you probably hear through it, is that after I sent him the Deadpool,
Mm-hmm.
we did the auction. He got 400.
You sent him that Deadpool?
I sent him the Deadpool, and he painted it.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
And we put it up on auction.
Okay.
And I told him you can keep all the money. I told him. I just said he got $405 for that
Wow.
Deadpool, right?
Okay.
And I asked him, and I asked him. I said, "Look, do me a favor. You can keep all that, but because I like the way it came out. Do you think you could paint some for me, and I'll throw an auction on mine? You know?" And he said, "Sure." He said, "Yeah, no problem." I sent him the Star Wars Rancor. I sent them a Captain America the same size as the Deadpool he did. I sent him a Thanos.
So you
And
sent
then
him multiple characters. You sent them
I sent him 4 more characters.
right.
All right. And he only painted the Rancor, never sent it back. Kept it. Right? He kept it, and he kept the others and didn't send it back. And I specifically asked him when we were still cool just to send me back the things because Katie wanted, my wife wanted to paint them. Because my wife did a pretty good job. She painted this one she painted this that I
Wow.
painted.
It's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Huh?
I said, sorry, he's stuck in.
Oh, hold on a second.
We can ready to get up out of here in a few minutes.
Anyway, I asked him to send them back so Katie could paint it her way. So so we can get it done and do the auction. He never said, he kept it. In my opinion, if I send you something and we agreed on what we're gonna do, and you don't finish what you said you were gonna do, and you keep the product I sent you without giving me money for it, that's a scam. That's a straight up scam.
Okay.
You know? And so I said, you scammed me. And now he's accusing me of telling everybody he's a scam artist. I said, no, he scammed me. I did not. He's telling his followers now that I'm telling other people not to donate. Never told anyone not to donate to his Cash App. Never told him that.
Right.
I just said he scammed me only.
Okay.
And it's that simple. And that's where we're at.
I understand. But listen, though, I really do appreciate you coming up, man, and taking the time to.
I'm sorry it took up all your time, man. I feel bad, man.
Oh man, that's all right. Listen, I can't say that I build this channel for people to be able to express themselves, and then when somebody wants to express themselves, not have the patience to go ahead and listen. One thing that I know nowadays is that people overall, I swear on life, sometimes you never know what you can do for somebody's day just taking the time to just let
No,
them
you
say.
did me a favor today. You don't know how much I appreciate this.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, brother. So I'm going to take Sarge for a walk.
Okay, bro.
All right.
But yeah,
Sorry about that.
okay. No, I'm just saying, like, these are the type of things, honestly, little moments like this, it keeps me going as well. Because again, I want to serve a purpose.
I get that.
If I did something for you today, I feel completed. See, that's what brings me joy. I did something for you. And that's all I want to do. That's it. I just want to
And
do
I
something.
appreciate it. You don't know how much I do. But
Yeah.
if you could do me a favor when on your time, not up here, but watch the rest of it, because what I really want from you, all right, is your opinion. And too far, not far enough, or you should have just deaded it, or whatever your opinion is. I would just love to know, because I'm always open and I'm always trying to learn, and I'm not too old to learn. You know, I'm not too proud. No, I'm not too prideful that I can't take constructive criticism. You know, and
That in itself is part of the essence of maturity. So, just for the simple fact that you're saying, hey, like, give it to me straight, that's commendable within itself. So I mean, when I, definitely I'll take some time and do that for you, definitely. Okay. And that's my word. So you know how I am. Once I go ahead and dedicate myself to something, I have to do it. So I will take time to look at it. It's not going to be no main priority. I have a lot of
no, please don't do that.
but no, I'll definitely it won't be some I got to it next year type thing. It ain't going to the closet to collect dust. So I got you, brother. All right.
But I want to thank you, because actually this feels good that I did this and I'm talking to somebody that's impartial and non-biased. And you asked me some good questions, and I had to pause. Whoa, that's interesting. You know, where do I actually think, and how far, at what point do I think it went too far? I never thought about that, but it didn't take me long to come up with Katie. You know, too far is my wife.
Yeah, because the thing about it is that the reason why you're saying that is because that's why I'm a firm believer in you can't see the picture when you're standing inside the.
When you're standing inside the frame.
That's the only reason why. And that's all. It's the only reason why you can't see the picture. You are the portrait. I'm the viewer, so I'm telling you what it is. I'm looking at no spectrums. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you 100%. Smitty, I
So I
appreciate
got you.
this, man. I really do, and I didn't want to put you out of your way, take your time and stuff like that, but
No, I mean things like this is what I consider to be definitely divine timing. I could have been doing anything else. You could have been doing anything else.
and make sure you let them know I'm not white. I know I look white.
You gotta tell them that. Just sit here and be obviously black. That's the only I know.
Oh, I get that so much, and I'm not offended. Don't get me wrong. I'm not offended by it, but I see that so much.
You got tough skin. Trust me. I we know the types. I know you're not easily. You good, bro. But definitely just look. I'll take time and look at it and see what we got. But I have a lot of things I gotta get done and take care of for today. I got a lot to do at 7. So I just wanted to make sure that I came through and I mean, honestly, like I was expecting just to talk about that one thing right there. So I mean, you again, because trust me when I tell you, I know what it's like when just, bro, you just want somebody to talk to about some shit.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. So who am I to deny somebody if I'm able to provide that service as
Good.
well?
I love that attitude, man, because it's the same attitude I got. I want to help as much as I can, and you have helped me today, more than you know, and I appreciate that. And again, Smitty, you're a good guy, man. Never doubt, and I'm telling you this from what I've seen about you. Never doubt yourself.
Thank you for that.
Never ever doubt yourself. Everything that I've seen of you and the way you act with people up here, dude, you're straight up. You're straight and narrow, straight up kind of guy. I'm cool. I like that, and I appreciate you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you too. So with that being said, definitely I digress. My mic is muted. I'm gonna go ahead and just send us off with something nice and chill as always, and respect to you all. Peace out.